Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting chapter of Between the Prose from Vibe Tribe Productions. I have no idea what layout we're doing tonight. Nope, I hate that. I kind of hate that too. We'll stick with that for now. Sorry, technical difficulties. My name is Finn. I'm going to be your dungeon deity for this adventure. Before we introduce everybody else, slightly sad news, Connor is going to be late joining us this evening. He had a prior engagement with his wife and a theater company that they are part of. So he will be joining us hopefully a little bit later. And if not, I have contingency plans for his character. So without further ado, how about we introduce some folks? So, how about Dan? You want to go first?
Hey, yes, I see I got unmuted. All right,
Yeah.
so yes, I'm Dan. I'll be playing Murdow of Clan Viento, but he uh he has not introduced himself as Murph because people he feels like people muddle up everything whenever they say the full name. But yeah, ready to get into it.
Who wants to go next? I chose the first victim.
But, hey, my name's Dungeon Master Eric, also just Eric, and I'll be playing Quill, your wonderful asshole bard who is not nearly as smart as he thinks he is.
I'm Maximus, aka Quindot, and yeah, ready to do some shenanigans.
As we always are. And then Connor, who will be joining us later, is playing Love, the Tiefling Ranger, who last session charmed Cook into being her friend. Now, that being said, on to our third session of this adventure. Where we last left off, our party had found themselves in a mysterious story that they don't quite know the full, well, story to be honest. They adventured into an inn where they met with a drow who gave them a quest to see why the king of this area has suddenly decided to go a little bit mad. When going into the castle, they found lots of things to fuck up. TBH. Our party split off for a little bit. Love went to go adventure into the kitchen, made friends with the cook via a charm person spell. Quendar was sneaky and got caught by a guard entering the second floor of the palace. And Mordau and Quill were able to infiltrate themselves up onto the higher levels of the palace. So before we get into all of our other things, while Connor is indisposed of at the moment, I talked to him earlier today and he has given me permission to run his character a little bit, which is essentially going to be this for our party. Is that Love, after exiting the kitchens, went back into the grand hall to try and find her party. Unable to locate them after a few moments of wandering around the ballroom, trying to ask questions, but getting too shy to end up doing so, she was tapped on the shoulder by a servant who kindly requested her presence back in the kitchens. Love, being unable to say no to anybody asking her something politely, chose to follow the servant. Whereupon entering the kitchens again, she was met with Cookie, the cook, who, upset that she ended up being charmed, but not super upset that their interaction was nice, has since asked Love for assistance in the kitchen. And so that is where Love is going to be until Connor is able to come and pilot her once again. She is making dex and con checks to work her way through the kitchen and not cry at chopping the onions. And so, we continue with the rest of yous. Mordau and Quill are on the third floor, but I want to start with Quendar. You went back into the bathrooms after getting caught by that guard on the second floor. What's
Yep.
your plan now?
Uh, yeah, he's more or less gonna don his disguise again, and go back out into the ballroom.
Perfect. What is there anything that you would like to do there, or are you just trying to lay low?
Probably just lay low.
Okay, cool. Well, with that loose end tied up, real quick, let's hover back over to Mordau and Quill. The two of you are on the third floor. You have just knocked on the door of a double-doored room that has two knockers in the shape of donkey heads on the outside. From what I remember, Quill was actually quite drunk and somewhat pushing his way into the room.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, as the door opens, you hear the gentle gasp of a young lady and the swishing of fabrics. And as the door fully opens with a young woman with dark brown hair flowing freely past her shoulders, curling slightly at the ends. She has bright blue eyes, and she is wearing a dress that is golden and is radiating as if it were the sun itself.
Oh, pardon me, love. Could you turn down the dress? And this doesn't look like the privy.
Oh, no, I should think not. These are my quarters. Are you not servants?
We're right now. I'm trying to figure out the dimensions of one of the rooms. The king's gonna start working out. Send me up here to really get the lay of the land so I can bring all my equipment. He's getting into wedding mode. Gonna really work out a lot. Look nice in a suit.
What's your passive perception?
That's Quill. Quill's got the better one.
13.
No, but I'm asking you.
Oh, my passive perception? Let me see.
You were the one talking.
I am the one talking. I think it's probably like 12.
It's probably like a 12. You see her look scared for just a second.
Uh-huh.
And she says, "Oh, I had not heard that my rooms would be relinquished to His Majesty's whims.
No, we got turned around a bit. It's not this room. We made a mistake. It's not. You don't have anything to worry about your room. It's one of the other rooms. He wanted it facing the sunrise so he can really get started on a good note. We just got turned about.
I see. Yes. Well, I don't know what the king would want you to do on the night of the party such as this, but I believe he'll be looking for the fourth floor, not the third.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna have some guys bringing up the equipment. So can you let me know like the exact way to get there? That way I can let them know. Because if I tell them, they're probably gonna be knocking on your door too.
Well, I should think that no one would come to my rooms. I will be joining the party in a few moments, so no one should be here to answer such a knock should they come up. But the stairwells are quite near each other. Should be very difficult, I would think, to become lost.
Right. It's just that there's just a lot of donkey stuff, you know. We tell them go to King's ornated donkey theme stuff, they're gonna think it's yours. Plus, I mean, some of these guys they can't count to four. Rest their souls, but you know, sometimes you gotta really lay out the plan for them.
I see. And forgive me for intruding, but what did you say you were here for
We're
again?
just we're just gonna be moving in a lot of workout equipment for the king. All of them are pretty much he personally casted like these weights that look like donkeys. I don't know. I mean, everybody's got their own thing, but they've got donkeys on each side of them. That they're kind of like dumbbells. All these other donkey stuff. You know what he's like.
I certainly do know what my father is like. Um, roll deception, Dan.
With advantage, because I'm saying donkey stuff. He knows what he's like.
No,
There you go.
just a straight deception with a 3. This girl says, right, and exactly who ordered this exercising equipment and how in shape does the king think he'll be in 2 days' time?
Well, I mean, it's really about like just really going in at it in the workouts. You'd be surprised what 2 days can really turn into you. I mean, I probably was skin and bones about a week ago, and look at me now.
You see her reach to the side of her past the door frame where you can't see, and she says, "What if you tell me why you're really here?"
Well, we're just trying to make sure that everybody's happy for the wedding.
Happy. I don't. That's such a asinine thing to worry about. Happiness at a wedding.
Well, I mean, in the total concept of the word, more or less making sure that there's no nefarious things going on, things that are gonna have ripple effects that might have consequences for future generations.
And what do you mean by that?
I
Future
don't know,
generation.
generational trauma.
Who are you?
I'm just a guy that likes to make sure everybody's fit and happy.
I really have no idea who this guy is, love. Um, but if he's going to be working out, we both know it's going to be, maybe an entire month. He might get 6 weeks before he gives it up. It's like New Year's. And I don't think he just decided to do this. I think she's telling him that he needs to get in better shape.
Yeah, what do you exactly know about her?
Her whom?
Apparently, your new stepmom.
My stepmother. I can assure you, there's no stepmother that I've been introduced to.
What do you think this whole party's about?
Or did your folks get divorced and now getting remarried?
Well, I mean, they didn't get divorced.
My
Yeah.
mother died.
And now this new one would be your new stepmom.
And I can assure you that I have not been introduced to any stepmother, to any new queen.
But you just said yourself in 2 days they're going to be married.
Yes, but I don't know to whom my father is proposing to.
That sounds
Well,
like a conversation you all should have had together. But, royals and their business.
I implore you to try and have a private conversation with my father.
Well, having the conversation with him, easy bit. Getting the guards out of the way and, all of the guests while not exploding everybody's eardrums slightly harder.
It's not the guards you have to worry about. It's that damn Thorsten.
That guy that's talking in his ear.
Yes, that Thorsten, his lead butler, his advisor in arms. Never liked him.
The one who looks like he shouldn't be allowed within 500 yards of a school.
What's a school?
Just like a place where you teach kids stuff. Like
Like the private tutors.
yes.
Well,
Like-
back home, you have one of the larger houses, and they have someone in there, a mom, who sits here and goes over all your normal Sunday schools and your basic arithmetics, and learn all your maths. And they send all the kids there for a few hours, and they do some lessons, and then they come home and help in the fields and whatnot.
Oh, you're commoners.
Um,
Oh, forgive me. I'm so sorry. That was quite rude. And she picks up her skirts and she curtsies lowly to both of you, and she says, "My name is Adelaide Surveyor. I do apologize."
you're fine, Adelaide. But one thing you could help us with. You say you don't like that guy's always in your dad's ear. I'm still up for getting pumped and ready for this wedding. What if you help convince him that he needs to get in shape? That way it's just me and him. We're chatting. I'm showing him the ropes about all this working out.
I don't think that would quite work. My father is very stubborn, you see, and once he has set his sights on something, he will not back down.
We just have to make it where it's his idea.
If you want to
Or-
make it his idea, then you should go through Thorsten.
How's about we get the king into a room to check out the new workout equipment, and a large heavyweight happens to slip and fall and crush Thorsten's head?
Whoa.
Oh, Thorsten said, okay.
Oh.
I don't know. I cannot entertain the idea of that. I'm sorry.
You don't have to entertain the idea. The idea will entertain you.
Another idea. What if? No. I was really set on the one-on-one workout, but if Thorsten's gonna be a thorn in our side, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we find some dirt on Thorsten.
Quite impossible, I assure you. His record is squeaky clean, as I'm sure commoners say.
Oh no,
I,
nothing in our life is ever squeaky clean.
well, true that, as I've heard some of the scullery maids say.
And I mean, there's no harm in, I don't know. Quill, I'm sure, could help find the push to find some dirt, even if he has to get
I can
Thorsten a little
definitely
muddy.
push approximately 15 feet from as high a source as you'd like at about 600 to 700 decibels.
Are you thinking about casting Thunder Wave? Is that what you're trying to do?
Well, I mean, if we're wanting to throw this guy, I could just pick him up. I can pick up to about 8,000 pounds. I can.
Hold on, I have to reorient myself real quick. I had a plan for this session. Okay.
Look, I can barely manage an English accent at all.
Our plan,
So my
plan
only hope
no
is
plan.
to literally throw in every cheap joke I can and distract you.
It's working. Fuck. Adelaide, upon hearing that you want to dig up some dirt on Thorsten, you see her kind of get an idea. The proverbial light bulb goes on above her head, and she says, I might be able to help you with that, but first I would need something in return from you.
You got it. Here you go. And just gets the ladle of the wine. I saved a little bit.
Thank you. And she takes the ladle and she just kind of holds it there, not wanting to drink anything of it because she's heard about poisonings before.
Drinks drinks a little bit more of the jug.
She takes a sip. She says, I can help you depose of Thorsten, which I'm sure many in my home would be quite appreciative of, but I would need something from you first. A specific thing I have in mind, you see. My mother passed some 10 years ago, as I'm sure you know.
Mm-hmm.
I miss her terribly, but my father ordered all remnants of her memory be taken away, and I only have the crude drawings of a child to mark her likeness by. But please, and I
Say no
beg
more.
you,
We'll get you those paintings.
you will. Oh,
Just point
oh,
us the way.
wonderful. Perfect. You see, there's a secret room in my father's study on the fourth floor. Um, I saw it once as a child, and I'm sure there must be something in that room of my mother's, a portrait of her or something. I I would just like to see her one more time. Everyone
Don't
always
worry.
says that I am looking more and more like her with every day, but I want to see it for myself.
Is that why he's got you shut up here?
No,
I think
no,
she just doesn't want to hang out with those people down there.
of course not. I was taking my time getting ready. I don't have a nursemaid anymore, and so it took me quite a while to get into my dress. And you can roll insight if you'd like to see if that is truthful or not.
I think she was crying.
I'm going to have to start doing everything that does not require a die roll.
Yeah.
Roll 20 hates me as a player.
Yeah.
I use up
Roll
all of
20
my
hates
luck as a
me.
DM.
Roll20 hates me just on a personal level, no matter what campaign
Don't
I'm
worry.
playing in.
We'll find that secret passage. I'm really good at finding secret passages.
I should hope so. And if you are successful, I will pay you, not only in secrets about Thorsten, but with goods as well. And she kind of moves out of the way and the door opens a little bit wider and in her room you can see just a treasure hoard of stuff
Can you knight
tucked
me?
away. What?
Can you knight me?
I'm sure if I am to be made queen I could, but at the moment I don't believe I have the authority to.
Sorry, yeah, I can't do regicide. I'm doing all these so much for you.
I appreciate all that you will do regardless.
This room in your dad's office, is that a panic room or a crying room?
Maybe both.
I'm not sure I understand the purpose of either.
A panic room is an area that you can be locked from the inside and is plated with armor.
Oh, then no, I don't believe I saw any metal in the panic room, or the secret room as I called it when I was a child.
A
I believe it
crime
was more
room.
of a storage room.
A crime room is slightly different. Instead of armor plating around the room, it would then have like tapestries or bits of wool stuffed in the wall to soften the sounds of your crying and sobbing like a wee babe.
I don't believe I've ever heard my father cry before, so
So it's a
perhaps,
crying room.
perhaps I would say it's a shot, it's a chance.
I mean, if anything, I heard this one story where these guys wrapped some chains around of a room and tore it out of the building on some wagons. It's
Oh,
You would
crazy.
probably need 900 horses to do that.
Yeah, I think that's what he had. His name was Sir Dominic Torero, and
how
it
would they
seemed,
be able
yeah,
to do that on the fourth floor, I wonder?
I don't know. I could do it, but let's shelve that. That'll be plan B.
Of course, yes. Plan B. So please, I implore you, at the earliest convenience that you have, the fourth floor is surely where you'll want to go.
And other stairs from here.
Uh, yes, I believe. And she kind of pokes her head out of the room and she points down the hall and she says, just this way for the public stairs, to the right, and then at the end of that hall, there should be a staircase leading up and then a staircase leading down, but I'm not sure if it's guarded this
What if
high up.
What about the
we all
non-public stairs?
we all know you all royals have things in the walls and stuff like that. What if we take the right? Because I mean, if one of those guards sees us with that painting of your mom, they might tell us to put it back.
Oh, yes, the servants, uh, stairwell. How could I forget? Yes, and she walks out of her room fully, and crosses the hall to the doorway that you two had come out of initially, and she opens it and peeks her head inside, and then turns back to look at the two of you with a bright smile, and she says, "Yes, I believe that would work. You would just need to follow the same general directions. In here, to the right again, and then up the stairs."
Um, your lady came out of the room, and I would try and name her by title, and then try to attempt to bow deeply.
Roll acrobatics with disadvantage because you're drunk.
You, you
Man,
set yourself
not
up. You set
performance.
yourself up for rolling.
I watched the last 30 minutes of our last session before going live. I know how to talk.
There you go. It's a 10.
Okay.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, you do
So I
it.
don't
There's a little
fall
bit of a
over.
stumble. There's a little bit of a stumble, but you recover semi-decently.
The grace, certainly
I-
not mine.
I nod my head because if I bowed, I'd have to I'd still be way higher than you.
She laughs at you both behind her hand. She is
Lady?
quite charmed by your bullshit.
You are
That's
not
not
that much taller than me, Mordell. I am 6 foot on Tinder.
8 foot. What's Tinder? Is that one of your magic stuff?
What's tinder? Is that like the firewood that the scullery maids put in my fireplace?
Sort of. Are you familiar with a Tinder twig?
No.
It's small stick,
Um,
has a bit of alchemical reagent on it. You simply rub it across any abrasive surface, and it creates a spark, and it automatically lights. Okay?
Oh, like a match.
Yes.
Yeah, you get matches on it. Yeah.
We call them tinder twigs at university. Well, so in Tinder is to strike a match with someone.
You humans are weird, and just immediately just walks off into the servants' court.
Half human.
Whatever. The bad side of it.
Finn is physically in pain from that description about
As a
Tinder.
DM, take,
As a single
take
person,
psychic damage.
rolling
Roll
a
for
d6
psy-
for psychic
roll
damage
some
against
damage.
Finn. You got 4 damage on me, Eric.
Hey, good news then. You're not a level CR1.5 commoner.
I could be. We don't
About
know.
these. About some,
Sorry, be a CR1.8. You're not a
about some-
CR1.8 commoner. You'd only have 4 hit points.
some runic stones, and I rolled for Mordau's life. I mean, that's not what we're talking about, but it's very interesting how it all lines up.
I cannot wait to ask you about that in 20 minutes and see what your
Yeah.
answer is.
Yes. Oh, it's funny. The last stone, which talks about his future, is like regeneration of society, and I was like, that is what he's planned. It is.
Okay.
I
Down
wrote
this hole,
myself a note.
make a right, make a second right up the servants' quarters stairs. Servant stairs.
Yes. Yes.
I remembered.
I'm
You
very
don't-
proud of you.
You don't have a quill to write it down?
Yeah, but if I wrote things down, it'd be like I'm back at university.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I got technically had a private teacher. I was homeschooled, so whatever. It just continues on into the servants' tunnel.
Perfect. As the two of you do that, Maximus, is there anything that Quendar would like to do in this time? Or is he still just vibing?
Yeah, he's gonna pull out his bit of an ace in the hole, and again I forgot that they did not come with us, but I'm gonna give a bit of a whistle and try and get Laurie to come into the book.
Okay.
If it can hear me.
I would think, because Lori is a magical being, because Lori is your familiar, that in about 3 minutes, you see a brightly colored lorikeet fly in to the ballroom from the grand entrance.
And I sit on my shoulder.
She flies over and she does that. And she starts preening you.
Like him and Kundar himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's gonna be a bit creative. He's gonna pull out his notebook and just tear a page and write a note to and say go find Quill, and it's gonna give him a note, and it's gonna say status update, and she's gonna carry the pen in her beak.
Okay.
So carry the pencil in her talons and like the note in her beak.
Okay. Yeah. Is that the only command that you want to give her at this time?
No, I'm not gonna get her to like search the other rooms because she'd probably get swatted like a fly.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So Lori, upon receiving your instructions, will nod her head, give a cute little lorikeet chirp, and then will fly out the main entrance, and the audience will see that she flies around the palace trying to find Mordau and Quill. Looking around the grounds, looking at the people coming and going as the party kind of continues. And we will catch up with her in a moment. Is there anything else that you'd like to do?
Not really.
No? Okay. So let's pop in with Love real quick. Love is making a con save, and she does not cry while chopping another thing of onions for Cookie the cook. Cookie is very pleased by that development, and she continues to talk to Love about how much of a dick Thorsten Ironwood is, and how his taste in cakes sucks. And we'll pop back to Quill and Mordau. The two of you are walking in the dark of the servants' hallway that stands around between the different floors and allows the servants to do their work quickly and efficiently without being seen by the royals or their guests. As you follow the instructions that were given to you, you are able to find a crude wooden staircase in this dark corridor that will lead up to the 4th floor.
All right. I was about to ask if you want to go first, but I'll go first. So I'm the bigger guy. I'm the bigger target.
I had a question for you.
What?
Did you finish that punch bowl yet?
Which one? All right, here you go.
And I refill the punch bowl. This is not punch.
Oh, sweet. Yeah,
What
no,
is
I
it?
still have it.
Eric, what is it?
Urine?
Oh. Just leaves
I knew
the
it, but I
punch
wanted
ball
you
on
to
the
say it.
ground. Why didn't you just pee just on the ground? It doesn't make this any better that you just peed at the bowl.
I can leave it here at the base of the stairs.
It's unsanitary.
I wasn't kidding when I walked into her room. I needed to use a privy.
There was windows. You could have just peed out them. Out of sight, out of mind. Now I see this. I don't like it. I just immediately
Well, then quit looking.
climbs up the stairs. I'm not looking anymore.
We're not all 8 feet tall.
All right, whatever. But I know my manners.
Crying.
Either pee outside or you pee in bathrooms. Or on the ground. That way people don't know. People will know it's in a bowl.
If I peed on the stairs, you'd start to realize too.
No, I just meant like on the ground. Just in the corner somewhere. I don't know.
They would realize it.
They would have thought it might have been a dog.
Have you seen a single dog inside this place?
There's donkeys everywhere. Statues of donkeys. I'm not surprised if they have animals.
Well, they probably have a link to Tijuana somewhere.
It's just one of those things. You pee in a bowl, they understand that you used it as a tool. You pee on the ground, they might have a second guess on if it's an animal or not.
There is now an amber liquid filled in this new singing bowl.
I'm not drinking today anymore. You ruined this for me!
I ruin everything for everyone.
Yeah, whatever. Just climbs up into the 4th floor. I sure
And
hope
you know what,
somebody-
folks? That's gonna call session 3. Join us in 2 weeks for session 4 when I rethink my life choices.
Sure hope there's something up here I can punch.
Oh, Dan, there will be. Okay.
Furniture. All the furniture.
Well, keep going up the stairs, and I don't
I'm
know why you think
I'm
it's
going
enough.
up the stairs.
I catch up to him.
You do that. You are You have made it up to the 4th floor without being seen by any servants or guards. There is a wooden door before you. This is the first wooden door in this new hallway on the 4th floor. If you look further down the hallway, does anybody have dark vision?
Nope.
What happened?
Do you have,
Do you have dark vision?
Okay, is everybody back?
Barbara?
Internet
Yeah.
froze.
We're here.
Barbara?
Yeah, froze for a second. I didn't hear anything for a second, but
Oh,
yeah, do you have
no.
dark vision?
Yeah,
Okay.
What's your dark vision?
60 feet.
Hell yeah. So Quill can see further down this hallway that there are the slight outlines of 4 other doorways, spaced sporadically throughout the hallway, and then the corridor turns to the left to continue on past where we can't see anymore.
Do you have something to check these doors? Or we're gonna have to do one of those like Mordenkainen's game shows where he says, "Which dimension door is your prize behind?" I don't like those.
I thought that was only in a play.
Zephyros watch this all the time.
Give me just a second, and I will just sit here and rub my temples for 10 minutes. Just because of the migraine he's just given me.
Mordau is very impatient.
Or possibly.
He would have been like, "All right, no plan. All right, I'm kicking doors down."
Do you kick the door down?
No, I don't.
Okay.
But he just watches Quill. He's like,
Yeah, as I clear the cobwebs out of my head, I ritually cast Detect Magic.
Okay. It's 1,000 feet is your limit?
No, 30 feet.
30 feet? Okay. There is no magic within 30 feet besides anything magical that you carry on yourself.
but now he has it for what, like an
What?
hour?
It lasts for
10 minutes.
10 minutes. And as I'm going up, remember, I can see through inches of wood and things like that. So I could see that space beyond the doors and the hallways as we get up closer to them.
Yeah, unless the doors are 3 feet thick,
Yeah.
you'd be able to look through.
They're 6 feet and filled with lead. And then in between those lead plates, they're pumping classical music in.
I knew there was magic.
Are you saying the
They're not.
doors are magic?
No.
I'm just
as you-
using if there's a magical aura
Mhm.
in a particular room, I'm using that as just a narrow down my possibilities.
You can see a very faint glimmer of something magical through the second doorway that was about 30 feet away from the first doorway that you guys were in front of. Through that door, and then no, what am I talking about? I don't know how to do things. What's a DM position? I don't know what this is. Yeah, you see a light glimmer of magic somewhere far off. I make the rules.
What school of magic is it?
I would have to spend an action to study it.
Oh, okay.
So I just walking down the hall, left or right.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, we would have been spending our time this whole hallway for 10 minutes. We could just say that first minute you see it, you could spend an action. That's just 6 seconds.
10 minutes less than that. But so as we sit here and we're approaching the glimmer, is the glimmer on the left or right?
It is on the left.
Okay. So as we're walking there,
Ahem.
something's on this side,
Okay.
and I'll use an action to determine the school of magic.
Mhm.
I had to Google because I could not remember.
That's fine.
The school of magic. That's fine.
There's a
Magic.
shit ton of
There's,
spells now.
yeah, there's like 9 different schools. It's understandable.
War magic? No, it is
War.
Enchantment.
enchantment.
Trixie magic somewhere over here.
Enchantment. Okay, Trixie magic. Gotcha.
I don't know if you're trained in the arcane, so I just kind of boil it down to what it would be most commonly known by.
I'm just trained in the games.
He casts Fist.
Dan, take a point of inspiration.
I already have inspiration. Okay, 2 inspirations. Got it. We're
Damn.
going Baldur's Gate rules, right?
Yeah,
Okay, cool. I got
that's how I
2.
learned how to play D&D. So
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
doing
I
it.
read 2. Okay.
Yeah. Max also gets a point of inspiration for his earlier clapping. That was funny, and I forgot to say it out loud.
All right. So magic doorway. What else we got? Nothing else.
As I get closer to the room, does it appear like it would be this door or the next door?
It is. Did
More
you say
than one.
door or floor?
The door. Is it
Door.
more closely the door, the first door, or the second door?
It doesn't seem to matter, so you could go through either door.
Mm.
It almost appears as if you leave this door, the thingamajig will be right in front of you.
Okay. So,
Or like the pathway to the thingamajig will be right in front of you, I should say.
Are there any enchantment things that are bad?
yes.
Okay. So like there might be like a bomb or something. Like a
No.
firebomb.
No.
Is it gonna drop a bowl of piss on me?
No.
Kevin
That'd be
McAllister style?
You took too long to answer that.
so there's a magic that moves things.
Right?
But that's not the Trixie magic.
Right.
Okay. You have
Trixie
protection.
magic's what it makes things hurt more.
No,
Right?
that's explosive magic. And there's also protection magic. There's also seeing magic. They all have very proper names. Wizards care about that shit. But
As if you kept on hammering it into my brain, I don't care about it.
the point is Trixie magic messes with your head.
Hmm.
So, I would like to cast Detect Traps and push Mordau through the door.
He immediately feels you throw it, and he's not gonna use his strength and just throw you through the door instead.
All right, I'm going through.
You want to make a strength contest?
I do want you guys to make grappling checks against each other.
Okay. Athletics +0. Decent roll.
I'm gonna use one of my inspirations. Either that or I'm gonna go. I got 3 rages. I'll just use one of those. Give myself advantage, just in case.
There would be a rule against that, but I'm not the DM.
What was the rule?
You can use rage in strength checks.
No.
Yeah, but you're not a high enough level to rage as a reaction.
Oh, you're right.
But
Then
yeah,
I'll use
I
one of my
figured-
inspirations.
Yeah, so with a 16, Mordau just yeets Quill through the door first.
I feel you pushing down my back, and I'm like, whoop, nope, and it just immediately battering rams you through the door. Are you okay? Does anything happen?
Yeah. Did I accidentally activate a trap?
Give me I'm interacting with our audience on Twitch.
Oh.
There are no traps that you trigger pushing through the door. You find yourself on the you find yourself in another hallway. This one is bedecked in a green color scheme, and you can see at the opposite side of the hall that there is a richly painted white door with green vine embellishments. And Quill, that is where the glimmer of magic is coming from. Is behind that door.
Oh. Pollux.
Are you
As
gonna
I
do it again?
stand up, like holding my head. This bit here, that's magic. Mm.
And as y'all figure that out, Gwendar, Lori is gone for about 10 minutes, and comes flying back through the main entrance. There is one woman who Lori gets a little bit too close to her hair, and so she kind of yelps in surprise and in dismay. And Lori returns to your shoulder with the note in her beak still, and the pencil in one of her little clawsy toe beans. And she sadly shakes her head at you as she lands.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. Tell us just stay here for now.
She just kind of does a little bird shake and kind of sits down more fully on your shoulder.
Again, I'm in the ballroom. Do I notice anyone of importance that I've seen before?
You, in these past 10 minutes, you have seen the king making a little bit more of a presence of himself in the ballroom. He is kind of going around and he is talking to different members of the noble class. He has been toasting with people. You've seen him getting pretty toasty himself, and you have seen a kind of thin human man who looks like he should not be allowed within 500 yards of a school, trailing behind him with his hands folded behind his back.
Yeah, he's gonna be watching the butler, but not too conspicuous.
Okay. Are you just trying to stick back and just survey the scene?
Yep.
Perfect. What is your passive perception?
What's the perception? 12.
It's a 12. Okay. Where would you like to post yourself up at in this ballroom?
Probably more or less near like the food, but just nibbling and stuff.
Okay. Perfect. There are several different banquet tables that have been set out for this event. They are being filled with food. As a little bit is taken off of each plate, it is quickly refreshed by the servants that are scurrying about. You get yourself a lovely little array of like fantasy pigs and blankets, and a cup of punch that has not been touched by Mordau or Quill before their departure. And as you kind of stand there absorbing this environment, you can hear the sounds of. Oh no, Eric, what did you put in Twitch chat?
Same message.
Same message.
I didn't look at our private chat yet. Quill's planning shenanigans, and I have no choice but to allow it for now. You
It's the Looney
absorb,
Tunes in here.
yeah, you absorb some of the information that is coming through from the whispering attendants of the party. You have heard some people mention how happy the king seems to appear, and how uptight Thorsten Ironwood has been by his side as of late. You have heard more talk about Her Late Majesty Lyriel. Is that the name that I gave her? Pretty sure. Yeah, Lyriel. And how beautiful she was and how kind she was. You have also gotten some tidbits about how Her Late Majesty Lyriel came um, from the common class, and she rose to her station based solely on the beauty that she possessed. And there are even some rumors that you have just heard about Lyriel enchanting the king somehow, and how these past 10 years must have been so rough on him to finally be broken of her curse.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna be knowing that Quill and Mordell are like off somewhere else. Like create a bit of this distraction. And again, he sits down at a table, and just to see how the king will react, he's going to drop his disguise and just be himself.
Okay. And you're doing this off to the side, just at kind of like one of the cocktail tables that have been set up, right?
Yep.
Perfect. You don't immediately hear anything from the king, but as soon as you drop your disguise, you can hear a few different shocked gasps from drunken partygoers that have kind of stationed themselves around the ballroom. You hear one person not so discreetly whisper to their companion, do you think that could be a magician? Has the king given us a magician for tonight's entertainment? And a collection of whispers is that. As time goes on, you can also hear some music strike up and the dance floor begin to part for dancers to dance. And with each turn of the room, it seems like more and more people are looking at you, to the point where somebody like Thorsten has glanced your way more than once, and you can see him now whispering a little bit more intently to the king while trying to and failing look discreetly your direction.
And he's basically, just to be a bit sarcastic, he's just gonna just give a little wave to the butler and give a wink.
At the wave, Thorsten it kind of gets a like a sneer on his face, and at the wink he just looks utterly like shocked at that behavior.
And again, he's just gonna sit there. Like he's not gonna do anything. He's just sitting there, and he's gonna put his feet up on the table just like before.
Oh, sappy. You hear a few disgruntled groans of improper etiquette from some of the women that are around you. And if you guys can hear buzzing in the background of my mic, I'm so sorry. That's my dryer, and I can't turn off the alarm.
I can't hear anything.
I
Oh,
can't hear anything
good.
either.
I have outed myself for no reason. Do you want to continue sitting here for a while, Quendar?
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's hop back over to Mordau and Quill.
Quill, you good? As he's like, Quill, is Quill still laying down?
Quill manages to get up, and he's just like, ah.
You said that door, right?
So, this thing.
All right.
let
Mordau
me-
pushes Quill through the door.
Just battering ram.
Yeah, battering ram. All right, you good? Yeah, you're good. Okay. Just immediately.
Oh my god.
He's like, I know you tried to do this for me, so Mordau cast trap detection.
Okay. I'm questioning if you actually have that.
Well,
No.
I'm using Quill as trap detection.
Okay.
He understood that Quill didn't cast the spell earlier when he said he cast trap detection. He just pushed me trying to cast it. So he's
Oh, I
like,
see.
Mordau being as understanding, he's like, no.
So
I
I have an 8 to avoid your shove.
Do I use athletics?
Yeah, let's use athletics.
Okay. 18.
Yeah, and you know what? I rolled a d20 about whether or not trap detection worked, and I got a nat 20. So.
I also didn't use athletics earlier. It would have been higher than a 10. Or not a 10, a 15.
Would have been 15. Oof.
Or not a 10. I mean, 11. It would have been higher than 11. It would have been a 17.
Oof.
It was fine. I used my inspiration.
So I fly into whatever object has the magical aura.
You fly directly into the study. And you just bust down the door, and I was gonna be nice and say that none of the doors in this palace are locked, but just for funsies, I'm gonna say this one was, and you just fully knock it down off of its hinges. So now there are just two lovely painted.
How much damage do I take for that?
Probably just like wanted to.
You know, how many health points do you have?
We've got
More
plenty.
than I expected for a bard.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're hefty 3 level characters.
Yeah, you're hefty boys.
Probably like a D4.
Yeah, just for funsies, what if we do like 12d4?
What?
That's a lie.
Oh,
No, I'm joking.
That's a
I'm joking.
hefty door.
I'm
It
playing.
did have traps.
There were traps. It was the door. The trap was carpentry. You take 2 points of damage.
Was there a trap, Quill? Are you okay?
Fucking oak.
All right,
Yeah.
we're even. And just like walks over. Quill. He's like, we're good, buddy. He like lifts him up and puts him on his feet. Pats him down.
Oh, you're gonna give me drain damage.
He already has.
Maybe I was about to say that. I was like, maybe the drain damage was what the friends we made along the way.
What?
So,
Don't worry
as
about it.
you two observe this room and enter, you see that the study is one of controlled clutter. Dark walls adorned with the stuffed heads of beasts snarling from near the ceiling, glaring down at you as you step through the heavy wooden doorframe, or in this case, over Quill's prone body. Candles burn ambiently from sconces on the walls, the dying embers heating the fireplace against the far wall, standing in opposition to the large and imposing desk with the heavy chair looming behind it. In the far right corner stands a suit of armor mannequin with its right hand palm facing upward, its left hand clutching tightly to the hilt of its sword. Along the back wall are various weapons displayed on shelves, and on Oh God, I can't even write. Goodness gracious. Displayed on shelves and hanging from the wall is a woven tapestry of a donkey.
Hmm.
Is your detect magic still up, Quill?
Let me make a Constitution check.
I'm getting hit. What detect traps is not a concentration.
It is,
So that
but I
means
rolled well for that.
no.
You got a dirty 20.
Wouldn't that have
Uh,
replaced it?
No, it lasts for 10 minutes when it's concentration.
Right.
So we're at to make a DC 10 or half the damage. Minimum 10 though.
Oh, I just meant detect magic. It wasn't detect magic. Oh no, detect traps. Never mind.
Was not a spell.
It was in this spell. Yeah,
it was
I
a
know.
funny.
I thought you did find traps for a second.
No, I didn't.
Okay, yeah. You're not one of those classes. I knew that.
My neurodivergence made me believe everything that was happening on the
You
screen.
thought it was an actual magic spell.
I thought
yeah.
it was an actual magic thing
Yeah.
that Quill
I mean,
was
it
doing.
is a magic spell, but I was like, I knew he was trying to use me as a dowsing rod.
Hey guys,
So-
I do
I
have
didn't.
souls. This was unnecessary.
Yeah, it was unnecessary. So
Who
your
needs to
detect
expend a
magic.
spell slot for knock when you could just do this?
This is the true knock.
So I will follow my gaze to within 15 feet of whatever object is magical.
You don't gotta go too far because it is the. Hold on, I can do things. It is this suit of armor that is in the back right corner of our map.
Okay.
How close is the nearest window?
There are no windows in this room.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
you're good.
There's a mirror right by the door. That's glass.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I will start looking around this quadrant of the map.
Cool. Roll an investigation check, please. A 15. Yes. So you can see that on the different shelves and display cabinets, just a whole bunch of knickknacks. There are books, there are scrolls, there are baubles from, you would assume, diplomatic meetings that were given to the king as gifts. On the desk itself, there are parchments, there are scrolls and plans and correspondence that he either has not replied to or was in the middle of replying to when he left his office. And you can see a mirror that is on the desk, as well as a gold banded ring with a green gemstone at the face of it. You can also see that along the back wall, as I had described, are different racks of weapons. There's axes and swords, polearms, and clubs. Kind of a weird array, you think. But what is probably the most intriguing from your investigation check is that suit of armor in the corner. Its hand is outstretched, palm facing upward, as if it's asking for something. And to your right of the statue, you can see a plaque on the wall that reads, I can find it, hold on. That reads, "Hand me the greatest weapon."
It's a puzzle, Quill.
I go over to the desk.
Mm-hmm.
I pick up a quill from his desk.
Mm-hmm.
I put it in the hand of the statue. Or the suit of armor.
Okay.
And I hope it doesn't choke the life out of me.
Don't worry, I'm
The-
here.
The hand clutches closed, and the suit of armor places its hand at its side, and then with its left hand grips more tightly the hilt of his sword, and we get to roll initiative.
What have you done, Quill?
Yay!
Whatever it was, I did it wrong.
Yay!
I was right here.
Whoa, the knight's moving!
Yeah, he is.
Where am I? How do I get on there? Move it over? Nope.
Go to the character journal.
Oh, that's
Click
right.
and hold your character's name, and then drag it.
Okay. Okay, got it.
What did I
Oh,
name
cool.
this?
Here, can
Oh,
you
how do
turn off that snap feature so then I can grow big on the map? I don't know how to do
I
that.
don't know how to do it.
I don't either.
We'll just remember that Mordau is big.
True. Maybe I should add a extra character sheet that's big marked out and he's large.
That would be fun. We could most certainly do that.
Let me roll initiative.
Please.
As soon as it pops up. Hold up.
Oh God.
I did indeed. Oh, let me go ahead and...
A .14. How did you get that?
Dex modifier.
Yeah.
It's like a tiebreaker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Just like how I didn't know how I got guidance to just automatically roll when we were playing Gaia.
Right. No, that's fair.
It's roll 20 and I hate it. Hey folks who are joining us. This is Finn, the dungeon deity, saying I hate roll 20.
Not sponsored.
It makes me cry. No, Jared, we don't have a view of the combat map, I'm sorry. But
You can
I can.
go to settings.
I don't want to. In StreamYard?
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh god. Oh, because I can share a screen.
Yes.
That's right. Well, hold on. Then I have to hide things from everybody.
The secret.
Depending on the settings, it may only allow you to share one tab at a time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I would still have to hide things.
It would just show the roll 20 thing. Unless there's things on the roll 20 thing.
There might be.
Well, yes.
The armor. The armor stats.
I did it wrong. Oh, wait, no, I can do it. I can do it. I promise.
Believe in you that believes in me that believes in you.
Okay, hold on. I can cheat this also. I can cheat this. Okay, I'm gonna cheat it. Haha, look at me cheating that. Ha 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 ha. Did that do it? Oh, we can kind of see it. What if I do that? Oh god, no. That is horrible.
What's wrong with that?
Everything. We can't, because then nobody else could see our lovely faces.
Then they're spared my face.
Yeah, and they're also spared my face, but like, come on.
We're in combat. We
We're
don't
all
need to see our
nice, attractive
faces.
people, Eric. I can say that because my brother's not in the game tonight.
Your brother
Burn.
looks far better than I do.
I thought you were going to say my brother looks far better than I do, and I was going to cry on stream.
No, both of y'all are far more attractive people than I am.
Thanks, Mom's Genetics.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that everybody here is more attractive than me.
How about you shut up and let's play D&D? Said lovingly.
Oh boy. Well, so much for my 25 hit points when this thing takes its turn.
I can do the hand heart thing that the kids are doing. Anyway, let's play D&D. Okay. I'm so sorry.
Hooray, arthritis.
Yay, arthritis. It hasn't hit me yet. Okay, so we have a lovely little animated armor. He is standing in his little pedestal from his little statue spot, and he's right in front of Quill. And he is going to roll a d20, and he's going to try and hit Quill with his sword. And does a 9 beat your AC?
9? No.
Oh, well. Then he takes his sword and begins to swing it to try and attack you, and it gets lodged into the bookcase to his left. And Mordau, oh no, I can't do that. Mordau is next in line.
Alright. Mordau's gonna go into a rage.
As is his right.
I guess I'm gonna go right here. Oh, you can't go in that corner. I could reach over him. I'll be fine. You know what? I'm gonna grapple the animated armor.
Okay. All right.
All right, here we go.
Okay. I was not expecting this.
I get advantage because I'm in a rage. If there was wrestling announcers, they're like, "Oh, watch out! He's got him in a headlock!
Watch out!
What did I get? 18.
You got an 18. So he is with a 5 total. My lovely suit of armor is grappled.
Got him like Goku had Raditz in Dragon Ball. Both arms up. He's like, all right, stab him. Do what you gotta do. I don't know how these magic things work. We're on the ground.
Is that your turn?
I don't think I can do anything else. That was my action. Yeah.
Yeah. And you did a reaction to talk.
My bonus action was to rage.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. Quill, you're up.
I'll put myself on top of him.
I have to make a very careful choice now.
Mm-hmm. You do indeed.
I could use an effective ability and hit both of them.
I'm large.
Through a wall.
It's easy for you to just hit him. Don't fall into your intrusive thoughts.
Or I can use my far less effective ability.
I did this so you wouldn't get hit.
So as I will reach into my coat and from out of nowhere pull out a rapier.
Where was he hiding it?
Ooh.
19 to hit.
Even though the animated armor's like a non-sentient being, he's like, he's doing the thing.
He's doing
it. If you have to ask the question of where I'm hiding this rapier, you really don't want to know.
He's doing it.
With a 19 to hit, you do hit the suit of armor.
He has advantage, right?
Oh yeah, you do also get advantage.
Get that 20.
So still hits. Not a natural 20.
It's
So
close.
just 4 damage.
4 damage. Cool. He takes 4 damage. And now
And
it is.
for my bonus action,
Oh no.
Mordau, you can do it. You've got this.
I'm gonna bardically inspire him.
I mean, weakly, but let's see if he thinks I have faith in him.
To be fair, my Aarakocra bard casts bardic inspiration by throwing a pebble at his teammates and waving at them.
So you have a d6 you can add to a roll
Okay.
if you think you're going to fail.
That's good. What's Thunderwave is a you or us save?
That's everything in my 15-foot cone.
Okay. So
No,
maybe
sorry. It's a 15-foot cube.
maybe I
That's
use the inspiration for the Thunderwave.
Yep. Is that your turn, Will?
Yes. Yeah, that's it.
Animated armor. He gets to roll a acrobatics to try and escape
Or athletics.
grapple. Right?
Is it against me?
I think it's against your strength.
My strength being 19?
Probably.
No, your check versus their check.
What's my check? Are you just rolling?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Okay. Me rolling again.
but you have
With
advantage.
With advantage. Because I'm a strong boy. What did I get? Oh, nat 20. I said, you're going nowhere.
With a nat 20, you somehow make him drop the armor drop his sword.
And the
it
pen?
clangs. Huh?
And the quill?
Yeah. And the quill from his other hand. What falls first, the quill or the sword? The sword clangs loudly on the floor, and the quill flutters down delicately and rests between your feetsies.
I said,
Only
you
because of wind resistance.
should have took that puzzle as an answer. You should have took that answer. I know there's nothing in there. But you picked the wrong choice.
Roll investigation.
Yeah. Not being smart, 12. I know it's
You
a
hear-
non-sentient. What?
You hear a scurrying somewhere in the chest plate.
I've heard stories about this. There's a mouse under the hat. It's controlling it.
The animated armor is getting ratatouilleed.
It's getting ratatouilleed.
Yep,
It's
so
statutoid.
that's our statutoids. Move right there. Mordau, it's your turn now.
All right. Let's see. Do I just pick it up and throw it into the corner? It's the opposite corner. I am grappling it, Quill, and then you cast Thunderwave.
It's going to be very loud.
Mm-hmm. You will alert
mean-
the guard.
Okay, so no Thunderwave. Got it. All right, so we're just beating the shit out of this thing. Got it. Okay. Can I attack it while I'm grappling it, or?
I don't know. Can you do unarmed strikes? Like, I feel like you could be able to do an unarmed strike, but you wouldn't be able to do a stabby stab.
Grappling conditions.
I know the enemy can attack me, but It does not require that hand. So
A grappled creature's speed becomes 0, and it can't benefit from any bonuses to its speed. The condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. The condition also ends if an effect removes the grappled creature from the reach of the grappler or grappling effect, such as a creature being hurled away by the Thunderwave spell. Well, that's oddly specific.
Wow, it's almost like
almost
the,
like
the handbook.
people have done it a bunch of times in playtesting. So can I just do unarmed and just punch the shit out of it?
Yeah, for funsies, because all you need is one free arm.
Just doing wrestling moves, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I think I've got that. No, I don't. What would that be? Unarmed strike. Let's see, that is rolling d20, adding your strength modifier, and adding your proficiency bonus. Okay.
Which I believe is 2 at this level?
Mm-hmm. So 19.
19 hits it.
All right. So then it is 1 plus my strength modifier damage. So it's 5 damage.
5 damage. All right. Perfect. Anything else you'd like to do?
Stop moving! That's me yelling at it.
It continues
Stop
to
it,
move.
rat! Stop it! Bad rat!
You hear a whimpering from inside the chest plate.
What if I tear the arms off of it? You think that'll fix it?
Who's to say?
I don't even know what that would be.
Quill, it's your turn.
Did I also hear this whimpering inside the chest plate?
Roll. What's your passive perception? 12?
13.
13? Yeah, I would say you did. It was muffled, but you did.
Can I use my thieves' tools to prise something open, whether it's a leather strap or something, and to be able to open the chest plate?
Yes, because I like you thinking.
It's just, are you operating on this armor?
14.
It moves a little bit too dexterously away. It just like shimmies in its struggle to try and attack, and you are unable to make that check on this round.
Okay. Hold still, damn it.
Dog. There's no reply from the suit of armor.
The rat doesn't speak common, Quill. It only speaks pain.
Maybe if you speak to it in puzzles. Is that your turn?
It's a smart rat.
I mean, I'll repeat what I said in Elvish and Halfling.
There's no indication of conscious thought.
You don't
More.
speak rat. I speak 5 different languages, okay, Quill? I
Is
don't
one of them
speak
rat?
Nope.
So,
With a nat 1, my sweet sentient piece of armor does not make it out of the grapple. And you can hear a frantic scurrying in
Maybe
the
I
chest
roll
plate
one too.
moving What, Dan?
I said maybe I roll a 1 too. I did roll a 1, but I also rolled a 15, so it's fine.
Yeah,
Advantage.
advantage.
You hear scurrying? I'm sorry.
You hear scurrying going from the chest plate up into fuck, I forget what the thing is called. It's the necky boy piece. It's like it's not the
Gorget.
grommet. That
Gorget.
thing. Thank you. Thank
Yep.
you.
Aim for
And
the head. I don't hit it.
you
Do
do
I
not
have
hit it.
advantage on hits
You
when I'm
would.
in
You do.
rage? Okay.
You still don't
I
hit it.
still
I'm
don't hit
sorry.
it. Okay, it's
Sorry.
okay. It's fine. It's fine.
Sorry.
I'm just doing the thing.
You're just trying. You're just doing
I'm
it.
just holding him. I'm not supposed to hurt him. I'm just supposed to hold him.
Yeah.
So he doesn't hurt my friend.
Your thieves' tools do work this time. Where would you like to have got him open?
Quindar just.
As I'm like half standing on this thing, as it's being like held backwards, I'm just like sitting here like trying to get through like a strap that's holding up the breastplate in place.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm trying to come in like up under the arm and like sever this leather strap.
Yeah. You done do that, and the breastplate falls away. And as it does, you can see a mess of linens and chewed up papers and rat droppings pool out.
Does the armor quit moving?
No, the armor is still moving. It is still trying to resist, and with each motion, it more and more refuse spills out of its chest.
Disconnect it from the legs, Quill. Maybe we can immobilize it.
You can, at any time, either of you roll an Arcana check about this situation.
No, that's
Okay.
ridiculous.
Yeah, no,
I'm
I'm
just
not
saying.
doing that. We're very much in the
9.
moment.
I
9.
want it on record that I gave the option.
You rolled with advantage?
I had advantage till clicked on. It was 9.
3. It's the rat, Quill! Find the rat!
The rat is the source of this problem.
Never trusting a rat again. They warned us at the beginning. They said the rats were running everywhere. I knew it.
Is that your whole move, Quill?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we
The
go
armor
again.
is going. Huh?
I said the
Here we
armor's
go
gonna
again.
trip. Here we go again.
I rolled an 18 on the die in my dice tray.
I believe.
So,
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's
right.
fine.
I'll take a picture of it.
No. I'm 100%.
I pinky promise. I would
I
never
know.
lie to you.
I know you would.
So with an 18 on the die, the suit of armor breaks free from Mordau's grasp, and I don't. That's his entire like action. He can't take an attack against
right.
anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just made this worse for yourself, buddy.
Yep. So that is all he's gonna do. As he kind of gets into a melee fighting pose. He has selected a new fighter position. And before we move on, let's check in with Quindar so that Maximus isn't just sitting there for longer. What's our boy doing?
Knowing that he hasn't seen Mordau and Quill in a while and stuff, he's going to try and find where they are.
Okay. How would you like to do that?
Uh, can I try and remember which way they went in the ballroom?
Yes. Roll a history check.
Ooh, and unless an 11 helps.
Yep. 11 will do it. You remember that they went in through now Finn's trying to remember through the left-hand door that we know leads to the servants' stairwell, but you may not know that in game. You just know that they went through this left-hand door.
Yeah, then I'm gonna head that way.
Okay, perfect. You do that. There is enough commotion on the dance floor that you are able to slip through. Roll a stealth check once you get inside, please.
Still, okay. 14.
That was sleight of hand.
Sorry, wrong one.
No, it's okay. I was just trying to remember.
No, hang on, sorry, that's wrong. Okay, that's better. 18. I forgot I have a +3 to stealth.
Yep. Nope. With 18, you slip through. Your footsteps are as quiet as a cat's. You are faced with a darkened corridor, with a branching paths to the left and to the right. From the right, you can hear sounds of commotion and smell foods cooking. From the left, you don't hear anything.
Can I try and... Yeah, he's gonna... Knowing the smells on the right, he's probably gonna go to the left.
All right, perfect. You head to the left through the different corridors. You are faced with several doors on either side of this hidden passageway. At the very end of a corridor, you can find, because I know that drows have dark vision, you can see a staircase, a wooden staircase leading upwards into presumably the next floor.
What? Yeah, he's gonna go straight towards the staircase.
Good.
And again, do I notice any other doors around me?
There are 3 doors on between the two, like left and the right. Wooden doors. Not a whole lot of commotion coming from the 2 doors on the right, but you can hear muffled sounds of the party and of laughing women and men on the left.
Then I'm just gonna head for the wooden staircase.
Cool. You head up the wooden staircase, and you are met with pretty much the same visual of darkened corridor, doors on the left and right hand sides, and at the very end of the hallway is another staircase leading upwards.
Yeah, he's gonna keep going.
Perfect. You also did not hear any sounds of commotion on this floor as you entered it and as you walked through the corridor. And as you are heading onto the 3rd floor, we're going to pop back to our little combat encounter real quick. And
did forget to note there's no guards on this one?
There are no guards in the servants' stairwell that you are in.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. There are also, surprisingly, no servants either.
Mordau's swinging.
Mordau comes out swinging. Mordau is hitting a suit of armor.
So let's see. Let me get this out of there. So that's gonna be. How do you roll damage on here? Do you click the right part of it?
Yep.
Yeah. So, um, input value normal. Why else would I? No. See, that's the thing. Oh, okay, the right part of it. Okay. So that's gonna be 10 slash plus that plus. How do I roll a d4? Oh wait. Yeah. So an extra d4 thunder damage.
Ooh,
Um.
mayhaps.
How do I roll that? Oh, I didn't even add this. So 12. I would have added that to the other
To
one
the
too.
initial.
Yeah, and
Okay.
4 points of thunder damage. And the pseudo armor is gonna need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Before I do that, what was the other? What was
So,
your damage from before?
so 12 slashing damage, 4 thunder damage. So 16 damage in total.
Okay.
Unless he's resistant to any of that.
Nope. And then wisdom save?
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna let you know. It ain't gonna do it with a 4.
Okay. As I am in this rage, I mean, all my runes, I don't know if I've described this before, but all my runes are lit up. They're like bright, like white from the usual black, kind of tattoo, almost tattoo looking inscriptions. And my hair is from black to it's cloudy. So then I look at Quill and I say, check this out. And then I just slam this great axe into him, and you hear the crackle of thunder, and then I just disappear from I disappear from the armor. I guess Quill still sees me, so I don't realize it, and I crack, and I said, he doesn't see me.
Yep.
So now I'm invisible to the armor.
Okay. Perfect. Is there anything else you would like to do?
No, I don't think I can do anything else. I'm just hanging out, just looking at the pseudo armor now.
Quill.
Can I see the rat?
Roll investigation. You can see the tail of the rat peeking out from the helmet, and you can see one little like back leg kind of dangling, trying to find traction and purchase.
All I need.
Don't do this. Do
Is
whatever you want.
He's the ringleader, Quill! Don't... Be careful! Don't let him get on you! I don't want to have to put a friend down.
Die, you plague-infused vermin. And it can make a wisdom saving throw, please.
The rat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no.
All right. 5?
No. And the rat dies from 1 psychic damage.
Rat dies and falls from the helmet of this animated armor into his little nest in the chest cavity, and then flops out of the chest onto the floor as the light leaves its eyes.
And the armor's still moving.
The armor is still moving.
It wasn't the rat! It wasn't the rat!
No, this might be a trick!
Is that your entire move?
Yes.
Okay. Oh,
He
God.
might have transferred his soul into the armor. I've heard of these things. Living suits of armor.
The rat's polymorph disappears. No, it doesn't. The rat was not polymorphed. Back to Quendar. You are on now the third floor. You can presume. Same scene as you just left of darkened hallway. There are doors on the left and right hand side. There are 3 on the left, 4 on the right. There is dim light coming from the doors on the left hand side, but there are no evident sounds of things going on from this hallway.
There's a stairway still leading upwards?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's gonna head up that way.
Perfect. As you enter the 4th floor servants hallway,
As you pass through the stairwell, you see a glass bowl half full of urine.
Well, he doesn't
Can
know
I-
it's urine.
Do I know it's pee?
you
can
don't know
smell that
it's
it's pee. Oh, it smells.
Roll.
I have been
You've just
drinking nothing
You've been
but
drinking
booze for
alcohol.
days.
Yeah, so it might smell like alcohol.
Do you want me to do a roll, or can I just smell it?
Yeah, you could just smell it. It smells real bad. It smells real, just real sour.
It's Quill's calling card.
This is his vicious mockery.
Yeah, and they basically just hear Biggers. I'll leave you guys for
It's
5 minutes.
it's still
and you leave a
warm.
ball of pee on the floor.
It's still warm. They're around here, so
There's a rat that scurries by, sniffs the urine, and then just dies.
accurate.
Yeah.
That's what Quill could have done. He could have just peed on the armor. He could have killed the mouse.
Quill,
Well, I
somewhere in
think-
your
I don't have any more ammo.
Quill, somewhere in
is-
your encounter, you can feel yourself gain 10 experience points.
Yes.
But are you
what-
enter the fourth?
This milestone.
What do I see when I get to the first? I see I'm full of urine.
As you make it to the 4th floor, you can see that one of the wooden doors is hanging open, and from that open hallway, you can see a green carpet on the floor, and you can hear Mordau and Quill shouting about killing a rat.
I'm gonna head straight towards the door and just peek my head in. It's like, what am I getting into now?
You have joined your party, and you can see the scene on the screen.
Please roll
you can
initiative.
see-
Do you want me to roll initiative?
Yes, please. You can add your token and you can roll initiative.
Yeah.
I will manually add you. Dang, what a session for Connor to miss out on.
This was ridiculous. He would have loved it.
This is great. Ugh. All right.
So I got a 4.
Yep, I added you onto the turn order. You are going to go after Will, as we are at top of initiative. With the animated suit of armor, who is going to not see Mordau anywhere and is still just going to see Quill right in front of him and is going to go to punch Quill with his big meaty claws. And will an 8 beat your DC?
No.
He misses. He
AC,
misses
yeah,
so
but yeah.
bad. This poor little thing. And as he tips forward to lean into the punch, more of the rat's refuse just spills out of this armor's chest plate and just covers the dead rat on the floor.
It knows what you've done.
And that is his turn. Mordau, you are up.
Question:
Answer.
if the suit of armor is mobile
Mm-hmm.
and there were things living inside of it,
Mm-hmm.
does that mean the suit of armor was a mobile home?
Okay, so DM Finn took another 2 points of psychic damage,
Oh, I took 7 points.
and Eric can have another point of inspiration.
Oh, take it.
We're
I'm
getting
just gonna-
we're getting real Dungeons and Daddies with this stuff now, and it's great.
I'm doing 7. I'm not going to use the thunder damage this time. I'm just going to do 7 damage to him.
Perfect. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No. I don't think I
No?
got a bonus action for anything aside from me being a rage. I don't think I can grapple it in bonus action.
I
Yeah,
do
it's an
not
action.
think so.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
I'm done.
Quill, you're
Yes.
up.
This is all I got if I'm not going to alert everything in the castle.
Your rapier does not hit.
Fuck!
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Well, I can't back up. I use my action to attack.
Maybe there's more rats!
Maybe there's more rats.
Maybe they're all controlling a big part of the armor. Like 5 of
Maybe.
them.
Mordau better do something about this. We're about to alert the guards.
Like Mighty Morphin Ratting Rangers.
Mighty Morphin Ratatouille. Quentar, what would you like to do in this scenario?
So I can see the dead rat on the floor.
It's
Where I'm standing.
probably obscured by trash at this point. And Quill is probably blocking a little bit of the view.
Then-
I'm so scared.
could you add my token to the map?
Yeah.
Yeah, speak with dead against the rat. What are your secrets? Tell us.
Tell me your secrets. There we go.
How
I
do
just
you
put you in the
control
doorway.
it?
Yeah. So my, I can't move for some reason.
Where would you like to go?
Just about here,
Okay.
to the bottom right-hand corner of the desk. Or just
What's
close enough to
what's your
it.
move speed? Is it 30?
Movement speed is. I've got movement speed of 30.
Okay. So I can get you right to where I can get you right here.
And can I see the dead rat on the floor now, or is it just covered?
I'm so scared as to what you're gonna do with this dead rat, but you roll me an investigation check.
Okay.
Oh, it's an animated
19.
suit of armor, and I did an animated token. Oh, I'm smart. With a
That's what I was
19,
saying, yeah.
yeah, I'm smart. I'm funny. Yes, you can see a little bit of the rat poking out from some of the dirty trash that is covering it.
Yeah, just to see if there's any other rat for my action.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to cast long as it's range itself. Okay, oh good, it's not a range. Not a range thing. I am going to cast Speak with Animal and just see if there's any other rats inside the armor.
Okay.
Uh,
There aren't,
okay, oh good. I'm like,
but you can
okay, so
hear.
knowing that there's a dead animal on the floor, I'm like, I just look at the other two, and it's like, why did you kill that thing? I could have talked to it.
I didn't kill it. He did.
I could have talked to it. Not interested.
We spoke several different languages to it.
Yeah, that's all I can do. Okay, here's my bonus action.
Okay, and then moving on, we have our animated suit of armor. He is going to once again try to attack Quill with a punch.
I mean, I'm visible now.
Oh, you are. Where are you? Are you
I'm
right
on
in front
top
of
of him. Yeah, pretty much.
him? In that case, he will attack Mordau, because Mordau has been attacking the armor.
I'm the bigger threat.
It's a bigger threat because he's a bigger guy. Hey, does a 9 hit your AC?
Nope.
He swings too wide.
Swing and a
and
miss.
Yep, he knocks over one of the bapadaboopy in the back. The thing with the weapons. That thing.
All right, I hit him.
All right. How would you like to do this?
Damage. I say, "Be gone, foul rat golem!" and just like slam the blunt part of the axe into the midsection, and just like all the pieces just gets thrown all over the walls, and just I guess the root piece just flies out. Paper just like confetti in the air.
Yep. It certainly does. And after a moment, as you're panting and looking upon your devastating work, you see that the pieces of armor slowly begin to crawl back to each other and start to put themselves back together again, a la the Iron Giant, as the armor stands up again, picks up its sword with its left hand, and extends his right hand back out, palm facing upward.
Looks over at Quill. Nope, Quill this time.
Do we put your axe in its hand?
My axe is too great for anyone other than me to carry. Plus, I don't want Zephyros to know that I put his razor in somebody else's hand. I mean, I guess we can put a great axe into his hand, since that is part of the riddle.
So
But
it's
I was kind of
combat
following
ended,
you.
or
Alexa, stop!
is it still going?
Alexa, stop!
Sorry.
Sorry, what'd you say, Max?
Combat's still going.
Nope, combat is over for the time being.
Unless we activate the riddle again.
Unless you guys do the wrong answer, presumably again.
Alright, what does the thing say on the wall again?
The plaque on the wall says, I can find it on my document, I pinky promise. Hand me the greatest weapon.
I mean, is there a great sword and a great axe on the...
Knowing my...
on all the things?
Dan, roll me investigation, and Maximus, what were you saying?
I know what weapons look like.
Can I try and think, like, what sort of weapon... can I see what sort of weapons are in the room itself?
Sure. You can roll your own investigation, and as you do that, Dan, to resolve your throw, with a 15, you see along the back wall that there are racks of weapons. There are great axes, there are clubs, there are swords and daggers, there is a pickaxe, and there is a mace. That is
But there's
all
no
lined up.
great sword. Okay.
That's going to be a no. I got a 3.
Perfect.
Uh,
And
Natural.
then Dan, what you also find with a 15 is you re-examine the tapestry that is hanging behind the stacks of weapons, and it is a depiction of a donkey with piles of gold
There's
around
gonna be something behind this.
its peats.
There's always something behind the donkey statues. I mean, the donkey pictures. I'm going to immediately, because like I did before, pick up the painting and put it face down on the ground because I don't like looking at donkeys.
You are you ripping off the tapestry from the wall?
Yeah,
Okay, roll me a strength check.
not that one. Athletics? Just pure strength.
I will accept an athletics because you have to try and finagle around the different weapons.
Oh.
With a 10, you give the tapestry a great tug and you rip it in half. So in your hands there is the lower half of the donkey picture with the donkey and the piles of gold that are around its feet.
It's a tapestry? Like a.
It is a tapestry.
Mordell, are you half-assing this?
Tying it like a bandana onto my neck now.
You have a fashionable new bandana.
DM,
Fashion
Yes.
recognized.
Game recognized game.
my original thought was that they would have valued intellect.
Mhm.
But what royal doesn't value their blood more than anything? So, is that ring on the table, is that a signet ring?
Roll investigation at advantage, please.
I wasn't gonna put one of the weapons on its hand.
24.
It is a signet ring, and it is made out of pure gold. And the gemstone in its face is an emerald. And you can see etched into the emerald with loving precision is a donkey.
It's always the donkeys.
It's always the donkeys.
While you do this, I'm gonna rip everything off the walls.
You do it.
Like bookshelves off the
Just-
walls. The animal heads off the walls.
So,
There's gotta be some rat holes here somewhere. The real mastermind must have got away.
I'll place the signet ring in the statue's hand.
All right. As you place the signet ring into the statue's hand, the statue shudders, and the hand of the statue closes tightly around the ring. It lowers its hand to its side, and it takes up its sword in its left hand and grips it tight, and proceeds to slam the hilt of its sword into the wall behind it, and from that impact, a secret door opens in the stonework. And you have solved my puzzle.
Whoa. I guess the quill wasn't mightier than the sword this time.
And
He says in
as
Quill's ear.
yep. Quill take a d6 of vicious mockery damage? No, just kidding. As
Murdow
the
magic?
as the room slides open, you can see, if I can do the thing correctly, you can see in the lower right-hand corner of our map, a lovely little secret storage room. It is filled with knickknacks, and it's filled with crates, and it's filled with rugs.
Or 2 bags. Princess bag. The
Yep.
bag that we're taking back to the real world to sell.
Yep. Now allow me to find a pawn.
What
Okay.
if we leave and we come back and this world resets every time we come back into it? We can just infinitely farm this place of its royal goods.
You know, that sounds like a theory. A game theory.
I hope this doesn't awaken anything in me.
100%. In this room, it is smaller than the king's study that you were just in. It holds a few wooden shelves full of trinkets and scrolls, a large chest in the corner, and against the left-hand wall stands an altar of sorts. As you move in, you see a portrait of a beautiful woman with long dark hair and dark green eyes hangs from the wall. She smiles demurely in the portrait, hands folded delicately in her lap. There's a smaller portrait in a golden circular frame on one of the shelves. There's also a locket, and there's a ring with another dark green gem at its face. All around you can see layers of dust, and you can see odds and ends trinkets assuming from the king and queen's lives.
I want to talk shit to everything in this room.
Absolutely you can. Also, I would like you to roll me a perception or an investigation check, depending on how close you're looking at the objects.
Oh yeah, but whenever I talk shit to everything, I'm doing mimic detection.
Okay.
Because inanimate objects won't feel a thing. However, a mimic might take 1d4 psychic damage.
Yeah, you never know.
Wait, is it a cantrip?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Do
constructs have to roll against that?
No, constructs are immune.
Oh.
Knowing that my speak with animals is still up, can I hear anything in the room scuttling around?
Roll either perception or investigation at advantage, please.
Okay.
And while you do that, Quill, with your 14, you are drawn to the larger portrait of the dark-haired woman that is in our upper right-hand corner of our map area.
That is a no. I got an 8.
With an 8, yeah, you don't hear anything.
Okay.
Quill, with your success, you take a closer look at the portrait, and specifically the woman's folded hands on her lap. You see that she's not wearing gloves, but there is some strange discoloration along her fingers and her hands. It looks almost like it's white or cream, as if the artist hadn't fully finished the portrait. But you can see that there is the gold-banded green insignia ring on her right hand, and on her left hand you can see a gold wedding band.
I believe this is the paint she was looking for.
Why is it not finished?
Rumor to guess. Maybe she wasn't finished posing for it.
Yeah, or maybe she died and they felt like they didn't need to finish the painting.
Which would be why she wasn't finished posing for it.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Maybe in the middle of them painting her. It doesn't matter, she's dead anyway.
It doesn't matter. She's dead.
She's dead. Unless she's in the painting! Throws Quill into the painting.
Do you
Wait,
really?
No.
Do you want to?
No, I don't.
It'd be funny.
We got into a book that way.
Wait, you want to double incept ourselves?
Maybe it's Mario. We go back in time. We stop her from dying.
So Kunda sees the chest and stuff.
Mhm.
Do I have it or?
All right, we load up one chest on my back. We carry all the paintings to the daughter.
And I will carry the locket and the ring, because that's all
Okay.
my strength allows.
If
Do you? Oh, go ahead, Quinn.
Knowing the chest, is it locked?
Do you try to open it?
Yes, because I've got thieves' tool.
Do you investigate it before you try to open it?
Sure.
Roll me an investigation check.
Okay. 17.
It's not locked and it's not a mimic.
I'm like, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna open the chest.
Is
Okay.
it trapped?
It is also not trapped. I didn't want to put that much
Fireball.
effort into this room.
If he does Eldritch Blast, just
How big is the room?
I didn't ask how big the room was. I asked if I could
I
cast
cast
fireball.
fireball.
Oh, wizards.
don't have
Inside
that
the
yet.
chest, you find articles of clothing that have been finely encrusted with gems and gold embroidery. And you can surmise that these
Late
are
Queen's clothes.
probably dresses from the late queen. These are probably things that she liked to wear and possibly caused the king great pain to see in her rooms if you would ever go and visit.
Looks at
But you can
Quill.
also
Sorry.
Okay.
Go on.
No, go ahead. No. I was just going to say there's also a very thick layer of dust on the garments in the chest.
I was gonna say, look at Quill. Say, you thinking what I'm thinking?
Kunda already has the idea of it.
Well, we have
Remember
you
what-
keep, Marty.
Remember when I said this earlier? Whenever we talked to that drow in the bar and said maybe we just disguise Quindar as the queen.
It's not.
Yeah.
He says it's not going to be convincing unless we have a crown.
Uh,
Do I find a crown in the box anywhere?
It is not in the chest. You do find some jewelry, but it seems like it's just like ruby necklaces. There is another locket in there. You can find a bracelet or two, a few rings, but no crown.
Sometimes ghosts forget to wear their crowns. As long as he kisses the king on the forehead, we'll be okay.
I will carry as much jewelry as I can. With my
Alright.
strength of 8.
Yeah, and I'm gonna. You know what I'm gonna do? Basically, just see. Is there a dress that's like that would look like basically the most expensive?
Well, I don't know about taking the clothes. In
Yeah.
the terms of the bit, we could do it, but I don't think we should be selling the dead queen's clothes. That seems a bit
What are you talking about selling?
It seems about. What are you gonna wear all of it?
No, I was going to give it to the princess.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Yeah, okay, I understand that.
At the very bottom of that chest, you find her wedding dress, which was embroidered with real silver and real gold, and had pearls inlaid into the embroidery.
Yeah, you know what? He's gonna go like, and you just see him put on sort of like not completely put it on, but I did just start to make. And I say, I'm sorry to do this in front of them, and I just make it look like it's torn and like basically like it's been in a graveyard.
Okay.
Oh no,
Oh god, you're
zombie
gonna
queen.
zombie bride.
Zombie bread.
I'm like,
We're gonna
Plan B,
zombie-
that's plan B.
if it works, I'm like I could scare the living daylights out of the king.
I think what we do is we give all this stuff to the princess. She feels better. She gives the king a kiss since she looks a lot like the queen, and on the forehead or something, and then we maybe get out of here.
Hey Quill. Hey Quill. Hey Quill. You remember something. In your drunken haze. You remember something more than Mordav remembers something. You remember that Adelaide said that servant said that she looked exactly like her mother, but she has no recollection of it. And as you picture Adelaide in your mind and you look at that portrait that's on the wall, you see, in fact, that they are the spitting image of each other. The only difference is that their eyes are a different color.
What if it wasn't you wearing a dress? What if it's the princess? And she goes and confronts her father. Did you notice that there's no servants on the third floor? The king has no connection to his daughter anymore. He can't bear to look at her. Every time he sees her, he sees his dead wife.
Yeah, Quinna says that can work.
The way
I'm sure we can get you a very nice dress. Maybe not the one she's wearing right now. It's glowing like the sun, and I know that folks like you don't really appreciate that.
Right.
I mean, all you window washers, you sit here and the sun hits the glass, reflects back into your eyes.
they're not vampires. They're fine in sun now. That's generational trauma again. All this stuff about generational trauma. It's like a running theme.
Would any of your characters have read fairy tales in their daily lives?
I think Zephyrus would have had a few.
I may have read one once, just a collection, and then moved on to the next book.
I think it would have been, well, because I don't think I know Elvish. I think a lot of it would have been just about dragons and giants.
Any one of you can roll a history check for me.
I'll do that. Ooh. 16.
Damn. All
Nice
three
one.
of you are able to remember this. For some reason, a certain story stands out in your minds at this time. You remember a story about a donkey who had dung of
Relations
gold.
with a dragon.
What?
Had relations with a dragon.
Not in this story. That's the next arc.
That's the ogre one.
That's the next
Yeah.
arc, Eric.
Yeah, his best friend was the ogre.
It's a three-part story.
There was a whole thing about Parfait.
Technically 4.
It had
With
a
the
really
fifth one coming out
sick-
soon.
Yep.
Okay, donkey that had golden feces.
Yeah. I kind of don't want to continue. I kind of just want to leave it there. No, you remember a story about a donkey who had golden feces and of a farmer who found this donkey and came very quickly into a position of wealth and stature. And through these, through obtaining this wealth and stature, eventually became a lord and then became a king. And it took several generations of his children to get to this position. But there was a king whose family was known to worship donkeys. You also remember a weird aside of this story about a queen who was so beautiful it drove the king mad, and how his daughter was the spitting image of the queen. And after she died, the king made plans to marry her,
Like the princess?
like the princess's daughter.
Yeah, that's why there's no queen announced.
And
He's gonna
you
marry her.
and you three, well, Mordau and Quill will remember because they saw the princess, that in this story that you had read long ago, that there were 3 dresses that the princess wore in secret to attend a royal ball that her father had thrown. One was as golden as the sun, one was as silver as the moon, and one was as sparkling as the stars. And she wore each one on each day of the celebration. And on the final day of the celebration, she was wed to her father. But in between these celebrations, she escaped the castle, and she donned a thick coat of furs from 1,000 different animals. And she covered herself with ash. And she worked in the kitchens. And as you remember this story, Mordau, you see peeking out from the edge of one of the bookcases a crumpled letter, almost as if it was a bookmark in a fairy tale book on that wall.
I grab it.
It is a letter written by the queen to her daughter in very shaky hand with splatters of blood coating the parchment.
Well, I guess regicide might be back on the menu, boys. I open up the letter.
I'm wondering, do we need to fulfill the story or break the cycle?
I think we might have to break the generational trauma. Because this seems a bit much.
The letter reads, "My dearest Adelaide, I wished so desperately that you would hear these words from my lips, but fate has not been kind to us in that way. I hope you do not resent me too thoroughly for what I have kept from you all these years, but I never quite found the way to tell you. It was no secret from the court that I was from a less than noble standing before I met your father, but the truth of that was thankfully never truly revealed. We are of a race, my girl, of changelings. Not the type that would steal babes and offer them to the Feywild, but the type that were renowned as spies. We could change shape to fit in with most of any society. I saw your father in the king's woods, and I knew his heart would be mine. But I knew our true appearance would never be accepted by his kingdom. I chose the face you know to be the most appealing for him, and we fell in love. Oh, Adelaide, I am so sorry. When we are born, we absorb the likeness we see first, and unless we are told how to revert ourselves, the letter is smudged and faded until the end. My final wish is a chance for you to escape, my girl. Change your face and flee. Go to the tavern at the bottom of the hill and find our kin within. They will help you and lead you home. I love you, Adelaide. I have loved you since the moment our hearts shared a beat, and I will love you long after I have departed from this world. Be strong, my dear. Have faith and live interchangeably. Yours forever, Lyriel Chimera.
We've got to take the princess to the drow. That drow wasn't a drow.
Could have been the bartender. You don't know.
He was the only interesting person that spoke out to me. He was wondering about the king being crazy. The king's stuck in this generational cycle. He's just gonna keep on falling in love
So
with this
I
kid.
would have seen the letter. I would have seen the letter as well.
I would have spoken out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Laurie a command, and basically she'll probably know where it is and stuff. And I tear up the other letter that I was going to give to them, and just tear up another bit out of my notepad and just write on it. Meet us at the front gate and tell her to take it to the tavern.
I think
Okay.
we meet at the tavern. I think we get the princess.
I'm informing him.
Okay. Yeah, we meet at the tavern instead of the gate. That way they can take off. That's why that drow didn't understand me when I spoke Undercommon. I mean, I can understand you, but it's like one of those things where with math, 2 drows not knowing Undercommon, that's a very low chance. Alright. So, but also,
I'm still contemplating regicide.
okay, that's still on the table, of course. That's why I said it's not off the table. But we take this princess out of here first, and if it doesn't work, then we take out the king. And if anything, maybe
I will point out to Mordell and Krill that the king and the butler know my actual face.
okay, yeah. But if you disguise yourself as the princess, everything will be fine.
And there can be 2 princesses.
No, the
get their
princess
attention,
changes.
And the other princess, we get to escape.
But the princess, if she's a changeling, she can change herself to look like somebody else.
If we can teach her that. I can't teach her that.
We can just give her a makeover. Holds up the suit of the animated armor helmet.
The other idea that I probably have, if she wants to, she can change into one of us.
All we have to do is teach her how to do it.
We'll have, or unless we cast something on her that changes her into one of us. But
that's on myself, not.
Yeah, disguise self only works on yourself.
What if I cast seeming and we all turn into a bunch of cows?
Or
you can all sit on my shoulder.
Or we can put her in one of these chests and I just carry her on my back. Out of here. I say the princess is donating some clothes to the less fortunate.
Yes, because no one's going to check any of our belongings when we leave.
A goodwill of sorts.
At this moment, you all hear
Jump.
a strange commotion coming from several floors below. You can hear the sound of rushing footsteps going up and down the public staircases. You can hear shouting from the servants' hallways, as well as the public hallways and staircases. You can
Anyone
hear
tripping on a punch bowl?
roll
Wait
roll
for it.
perception.
Wait for it.
Roll perception.
What the shit is this? Is that just piss?
No, I don't hear anything.
20!
Mordau, you can hear the distinct smell. You can hear the distinct smell. You can hear the distinct sound of a pitcher getting tipped over, liquid splashing, and a voice going, "What the fuck is it? Piss!" And then the sound of vomiting.
They've set off your trap. They're coming, Quill. We've got to get out of here right now.
All right. So, carrying the jewelry. You got the painting. You got the clothes.
I do have an idea now that I've seen the painting itself. To create a bit of a distraction, I am
Yes.
because the sky stuff does I can make myself appear like certain clothes and stuff.
Yes.
And I'm gonna-
Fantastic idea.
I'm
I'm going to scare the living daylights out of the king, and I'm going to disguise myself as like an undead version of the bride with a tattered wedding dress.
Not the exact idea I had, but we're going with it.
I'm going to initiate my plan B of striking the ground to make a hole into it to go to the floor underneath us, since this is a wooden floor.
Okay. Alright.
There's only one doorway.
Okay.
I don't.
Roll a strength check, I guess.
20.
Okay. With a 20 in strength. How could I say no? How do you make a hole in this wooden floor?
I'm just hacking with the great axe, hearing the bowl of piss. As soon as the bowl of piss went off, I am like, they're coming! We need to make it a plan B. And I'm just like hacking at the ground. Making it like slow at first. It's just like, I mean, it's an axe shaped, not an axe shaped, but a slash shaped that he's just like constantly just hammering, and so we could jump down to the floor below.
You do that, and you... This is actually great. Honestly, like, I'm not even mad. This is phenomenal, and thank you, Dan, for this gift. You make it through the floor, and with some additional chopping and slashing, you make it through the ceiling of the room that is beneath the secret floor, and as you fall, I presume, or let yourself slip through the hole to get to this new floor. Quill and Mordau, you both recognize that this is the princess's chambers. You can see the stash of loot that she had offered you guys for collecting a picture of her mother and bringing it back to her. And you find her room.
Is she still
The
there?
She's not there.
No, she would have heard us hacking. I would have brought the painting down, because I was carrying stuff
Okay.
on my back. All right, put this down, pick up the loot, and put it on my back.
Cool. So you're going through the princess's loot?
I'm just putting it on my back. I'm not even looking at it. She agreed for us to have this.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you don't want to know what you're collecting, like, that's fine.
We'll worry about it later. Yeah.
We can
I wrote
find it.
out.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'll look.
I
I'll
wrote
look.
it
I'll look. I'll
Nope,
look at it.
Nope, it's fine. It's cool.
I just
Somebody
wanted.
roll.
I hear guards coming. I'm gonna be. I want to look at their later.
It's cool. Look at it when you're safe. You're right. Nope, you're right. You're right. When you right, you're right.
Murdow's in panic mode because he's like, if I got covered in piss, I would be pissed.
Mordell, I need this. And I yank off his bandana.
My bandana.
His bandana?
My donkey bandana.
Yeah. I use the bandana. I dump all of the jewelry I've been carrying. I wrap it all up inside of it. And I stuff it inside of my loot.
Okay. All right. All right. I sees you. I sees you. Somebody roll me a perception check, please.
Just one person?
I mean, anybody and everybody can.
That one.
Okay, I was gonna
That
say
one.
another 20. No,
I got an 18.
the chances
Hell yeah.
that I'm gonna get any more 20s are going down. Lord,
That's what we like to see up on this podcast. 20s and 18s. Quill, you're in a girl's room.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all the information that you get is that you're just in a girl's room. You're in a princess's room. Mordau and Quendar.
Not my first time.
It's
Been here
probably won't be
before.
the last either.
Sure, Quill, sure.
I was in here today with you earlier.
Yeah. I just remember you pissing in that bowl and everything else is gone.
Everything else is gone. That's the only important memory from this story. That's the one that gets the illustration in the children's book.
Yeah. The story's rewritten. It's about a warlock pissing. I mean, not a warlock, but a bard pissing in the bowl.
A bard pissing in bowls.
Drunkenly.
Yeah,
Drunkenly.
drunken.
Is there any other way? Mordau and Quendar, you both notice a breeze go through this
She's
room.
escaped.
She's escaped. You see that there is a set of glass doors that lead out to a balcony. And Mordau, with your 20, you can see that there is fabric tied to the banister of the, or to the railing rather, of the thingamajig. I can't talk. What are words?
Banister railing.
Yeah. The thing. The thing that you stand on.
The balcony.
Yeah, that thing. Thank you. God. I've only had water and coffee to drink today.
Not enough coffee.
Not enough coffee. On the balcony. You can see fabric knotted to the railing leading down, descending the palace walls. And also with your 20, you can see the indentation of a handprint on that fabric, and that indentation is charred and smoldering a little bit.
She's turning.
And Quendar, with your 18, you also hear from the hallways, she's missing. Somebody find her. Find the princess.
Okay, so from this balcony, is there any kind of like, maybe like a spot, like a structure or something that maybe we could like potentially like zip line to?
You can follow the
I know we could climb down what she did,
Mhm.
but I want to try to see if we can get ahead of it or like get down there faster.
You could always
Uh,
just jump.
And knowing there's people coming through into this room and stuff. Uh, yeah, I've got rope, and basically it's like a is it like a double door, or is it just just a single door?
To the balcony or to her room?
To the balcony.
Double doors. Double glass doors.
Uh, yeah, to stop them from coming through and stuff, and I insist to Quill and more down, and basically I just get because I've got a bit of rope, and I'm just gonna tie a knot and say to Mordau, tighten it as much as you can with your strength.
Okay.
Like make it a blockage so they can't get through.
Oh, I can make a barricade with all the stuff that they have.
Mhm.
Wait. So I'm gonna go ahead and also put the painting on my back too. I'm going to cut it off of the
Out of the
entire
frame.
thing,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna roll it up and put it on my back too.
You're gonna national treasure this.
I'm
this
gonna
motherfucker.
we're gonna steal the Queen's picture of independence.
We're gonna steal the portrait of Her Late Majesty Queen Lyriel Chimera and give it to Adelaide for her independence.
They say that in the most Nicolas Cagey way possible.
No,
Okay. I'm going to blockade the stuff, blockade the doors, and say, "All right, you guys just tie up some ropes onto you and tie it onto the balcony while I do this."
better idea. And I just run and jump out the window, off the balcony.
I mean, the whole point of the ropes was to be
I
a
forgot to ask
bungee jump.
what's below the balcony.
Gardens. Leading into the woods.
I'm just
So,
gonna
DM.
I'm gonna whisper to Quindar. "Aim
I'm
for the
gonna do a
bushes."
quill and just jump over the edge, hoping to land on a bush.
Yes, Eric.
Before I hit the ground, I cast Thunder Wave
Oh,
to give myself a cushion.
you were just waiting for it.
I don't think Thunderwave works like that,
I
man.
don't think Thunderwave works that way.
If
but
it pushes an object 15 feet away from me,
don't
it
you have to
could-
fail a save?
You can actively fail the
I
save.
know you can. I was
That
hoping
means that
nobody-
all I have to do then is fail to save myself, so that as I'm coming into the ground, it cushions me just enough.
But
Okay.
how would you know when to cast that as you're falling?
As soon as I start getting close to the ground.
It's true, but it's so fast. It all happens in like a few seconds.
Yeah. So I start casting.
What if you cast it at 20 feet?
Then this could hurt. We're on the 3rd floor.
It's like the safety cushion inflates so that it goes away as you just slam into it.
Which would be hilarious.
Ben, can I say, like, as he's jumping, I see the garden. Is there like a
If that's
Archway
a
sort of
insider
thing?
perception check.
Dan, shush.
Okay.
Sorry, Maximus.
is there like an archway or like some archway in the garden? Like it's a kind of like a maze thing.
There is no maze.
Oh, sorry, like an archway that's leading into it, like something you use for like a wedding ceremony ish thing.
Oh, you know, that's a great idea. Yes, there is. It is made out of ivy and roses.
Not like metal.
Not that you can tell in this moment.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna as he's going down, he's basically just gonna pull out his whip and on the side of his thing, and is just gonna crack and try and crack it on something and do it Indiana Jones. If there's anything to attach it to.
I'm thinking. I'm buffering.
Do you want me to do an acrobatics?
Yeah. Give me either acrobatics or athletics,
Okay.
and then Dan, you can have
I'm
advantage
like,
on
no.
whatever you want to do, because I was rude to you, and I apologize.
No, you're
I'm
fine.
gonna use,
Me and
I'm
Quill
gonna use
were.
my I'm gonna use my
Eric asked
inspiration
the
from a
question.
couple of sessions to go to reroll because that's a
With a 7.
okay.
Alright.
That's 13.
13, yeah. You are able... With a 13, you are able to latch onto the railing of the second floor. There's a balcony. You are able to lash onto that, which helps descend your or slow down your descent. So now you are dangling above a first story balcony terrace, which is only about 10 feet up.
Okay, then I just drop down and jump over the next balcony.
Cool.
Or
Roll
just
me
run.
athletics for that. Eric,
Another 7.
with your other 7, you trip up a little bit, and you take 1 point of damage as you skin your knee.
That is okay. I've got temporary hit points anyway.
That's fine. Eric, I want you to roll. Oh, you know what? No, I have an idea. I have a mean idea. I want you to roll a D100.
Oh, there's a chance.
10.
Okay.
Please say that I just slam face first into the ground. Then my spell goes off, shoot 15 feet up into the air, and slam back down again.
If I timed this just right. It is the other guy is 100%.
Even better. Even better. You. At what point are you activating your Thunderwave spell to save you?
The idea is that I've already cast it, and I'm holding it to use it as a reaction when I run and jump. So I only have to do the last motion and say the word to cushion me. And it should be, the ground is right there. I should be able to reach out and touch it.
Okay.
As I try to activate it.
Okay. How do you cast your spells?
Well, I'm not a wizard, so I did not have to study real hard. As a bard, I'm a liberal arts major.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of just skate through life.
Are you a finger guns kind of bard?
No, I'm more like a light a cigarette and drink a whiskey kind of bard, but...
You have a lute on your back, don't you?
Yeah.
Cool. So as you activate your Thunderwave spell as your reaction, it does indeed cushion your fall, and it allows you to do everything that you hoped for. However, as it activates, another spell activates from your lute. And you cast off a magic missile spell. And 3 glowing darts extend out into the air. One of them hitting right into the side of the princess's room, shattering glass, and you can hear her bed breaking. The other 2 going off into the distance otherwise. Yeah, I know. Going off into the distance. one through the town, and then the other lighting a path through the woods.
Was this book written in wild magic?
Dan, what would you like to do? At advantage. I'm gonna unmute you. Oh no, I can't. You chose to mute it yourself. There we go.
I'm going to. I guess I'm just gonna jump too. I'm just gonna jump. I have the big chest on my back.
Mhm.
I'm like, you know what? Everybody else has jumped.
Mhm.
I don't want to tie a rope on myself and jump since everybody else hasn't. So I'm just gonna aim for the tallest tree.
Okay. You get to roll me a acrobatics check at advantage. And narratively, we're saying it's at advantage because as you jump and make this check, the magic missile bolt flies behind you and there is an explosion of light, and it looks really cool. It's like an action movie.
Just
With a 12, you are able to land in a tree. However, you land hard and you land wrong against one of the branches, and you just find yourself
shit.
tumbling down. And by the time you finally make it to the bottom of the ground, you have a bird's nest stuck in your mouth.
Mm.
And
All
then I
part
see
of the-
this happen.
All part of the plan. Free breakfast. Just takes the eggs out, puts it in his pockets. Just like some feathers come out of my mouth.
Mordau.
You feel less hungry now.
Mordau,
Cool.
did you literally just fall out of the ugly tree, hitting every branch on the way down?
I mean, most of them, whatever was left after you hit them.
I didn't touch the tree.
Oh, I didn't see anything. All I saw was your missiles flying everywhere. Was that part of the plan?
No, but it was awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. All right, let's get out of here. Wait, where's Love? Is she still 1, 2, 3?
At this moment, running through one of the servants' entrances, you see Love covered in flour, and part of her hair is singed off. She has like a fried egg hanging from one of her tiefling horns. In her tail, she's clutching a bushel of apples, and she's running, and she goes, "What the hell was that?"
It's
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
broke the princess's bed.
Part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. We gotta go.
We should run now.
Yes. And Love, this is going to be Love, the little sock puppet. Love is going to say, I was hearing stuff while I was in the kitchen, and it sounds like the princess ran away, and the king's really mad, and I don't know what else happened. And does anybody want some apples?
I'll have
Now's
one.
not the time. Smacks the apple out of Quill's hand.
My apples! No!
We've gotta go.
Yeah, I just say to the rest of the group, we need to leave.
Where are we going?
Wait, is Quindar still as the zombie queen?
Yes.
No, we didn't need it. I'm just taking off the dress, dropping his disguise, and just running. Just
We keep the dress though. I put it into the chest.
Where did you get all that stuff?
It
Don't
belongs to
worry
the
about it.
princess.
Did you get any pies?
Just had the apples, and I think
Shit.
there's an egg on my horn.
Damn it. Okay, it's fine.
Wait,
It's all right.
which way did the princess run?
I don't know. I didn't see.
One definitely
where
doesn't
the
know. She
princess
was
went.
in the. Obviously, she's working in the service industry. We can only worry about what they're having to cook.
20 survival to find the princess's tracks.
Cool. You don't gotta look that hard, because where you guys landed is like the beginning of the gardens that will lead deeper into the property, and then presumably deeper into the forest. You can see 2 golden shoes gleaming on the paving stones.
Puts them in the chest.
This what?
Whatever the princess doesn't want, we're pawning.
As you continue to follow through the garden, you see bushels of blooming flowers. You can see statues that are pouring water into tiny ponds. The whole, like, I'm rich, this is what I'm spending my money on kind of stuff. At the very end of the garden, you see a hedge that is acting as the border to the property in this way. But you can see that there is a burned out hole in the hedge, and it is just big enough to allow one person to go through at a time.
A rat?
Quinda is just gonna jump just one leg at a time.
Just gonna go through.
Yep.
Perfect. Anyone else?
Say if there's any rats on the other side of that.
Do I say anything on the other side?
There are no rats on the other side. The DC for that is
You'll find
1.
more
You
down.
make it.
I follow through the new portal.
Perfect. With your 20 survival, you also see that there are remnants of a golden gleaming dress that are just on the other side of this hedge.
She's put on her new outfit.
As you presumably continue through the woods, you are met with nothing but darkness. You can see the stars brightly in the sky above you, and in the distance you can kind of make out the lights of the king's palace. Eventually, as you go, you are able to make it to a clearing in the forest. It is surrounded by dead, gnarled trees. There is a campground directly in the middle, or a burnt out camp stove directly in the middle. And you can smell sulfur hanging in the air.
Is that
You
you,
can-
Love?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I'm an Asmodeus tiefling. I haven't been to the Hells anytime recently. I
That's
just
fair.
travel through the Feywild. That smells differently.
Mordau, with his hands, moves the fire to feel if he can feel any warmness at the bottom of it.
No, there is no warmth. But what you roll perception at advantage, please.
An 8.
With an 8, you hear the sounds of the forest, and very softly you can hear what sounds to be crying.
The trees
Somewhere-
are ghosts.
Somewhere off to the left.
Princess, we're here!
The crying ceases.
We've got that picture for you.
Knowing the smell that's around us and stuff, they see Kunda is like a bit skeptical. Like this smell shouldn't be here unless there's a certain something here. Can I try and do a perception check?
Absolutely, you can.
What time? It's nighttime, isn't it?
'Tis nighttime,
Mhm.
yes.
Okay, all good. I don't have to hold it disadvantage.
We have a note
Damn
from
it.
your mother.
Nope, that's a 6. That's a no.
Adelaide! Adelaide! It's the 2 chuckle fucks and their friends from earlier.
You can hear a voice very strained go, "Please leave. Go. Go away."
Whatever you look like, it's okay.
No. No. Just leave.
Your mom didn't tell you about this, but you look different, and that's fine. But you are who you are.
You can shapeshift.
Yeah, I'm
You'll
sure she
learn
knows.
how to control it. She may not know that she can shapeshift. She may think it's a curse.
Obviously, she's going through some changes, and that's fine. She's a young woman.
You can stay single. We can get you out of here.
You hear, I don't want to go back to my father. Please,
No, that's not the
please don't
plan.
make
You
me
don't
go
have
back.
to. You've got other kin.
I don't understand.
Well, then come read the bloody letter and you will.
We've got your mom's dress. We wanted to give it to you. I also have the painting, but I mean, that's up to you.
We also brought her jewelry so you won't be poor either.
You hear her say almost at a quieter tone, but because it's nighttime, the sounds are elevated
Yeah.
because of how temperature shifts happen. I know science things sometimes. You hear her say almost to herself, "The devil said I would be safe here, that no one would find me."
But we're
Well,
not
then you
no
shouldn't
one.
have left your shoes and your dress to lead you to the trail.
But don't worry, we picked him up.
Yet we covered for you.
Nobody else will find you. And if we do, we'll beat him up.
You hear her say, do you promise?
Well, Pinky promised, but you gotta come out here and finish it.
Do you promise not to be frightened?"
Nope. I'm perfectly fine. You see the people that I hang around with all the time? One of them pisses into everything but toilets.
One
Hygiene.
bowl. One bloody bowl.
As far as I know.
As the three of you, as the two of you argue, and then Quendara and Love are just standing by, you can
At
hear
this
the
point, can just base palms. Just
accurate. Love mirrors the movement. From the edge of the tree line, you can hear the cracking of dried sticks, and yeah, basically, you can hear the cracking of dried sticks, and the shuffling of fabric as something grotesque comes out of the woods.
If anybody says anything, I'm punching them.
And as this
Not a drider.
creature,
Not a drider. Not a drider.
as the creature walks forward, you can see that it has bone white long arms that are skinny and sinewy. Its shoulders and body are covered in a thick fur, and these furs seem to change between different animals. You can see a sheep's pelt, you can see a rabbit, you can see a dog, you can see a fox, you can see a donkey, you can see a tiger, you can see a lion, you can see all of these different animals. And then as the head of this beast comes fully into this patch of moonlight that I've just decided you guys are standing nearby, you can see a horrific etching of a donkey. Its ears are lopsided. It has a horn etching out of its head as if it's an elk. You can see its muzzle is long and slender and bony, and you can see the princess's eyes lined with tears, swollen and afraid, as she steps out before you all.
I'm sure your mother would think you're beautiful.
And I can actually explain a bit of this.
And Adelaide tenses and says, "I'm a monster."
Well,
From what you believe. But that's just because you don't know better. You were raised in a castle.
The devil did this to me, and the devil said I would be safe here, and now you're here. The devil lied to me. Why would she lie to me? She said she was my friend.
Well, we're here to make sure that she doesn't hurt you.
She's gone. She hurting me would be a mercy upon this countenance.
yeah, but there's one thing I don't
couldn't
think
I
the
just-
devil knew.
Sorry. Couldn't I just seeing, even though he's looking at this creature and stuff, you basically just see Kunda and he's revealing a bit of something that he normally doesn't do, and he basically just goes up to the princess and just gives her a big old hug.
She starts. She jumps. She starts screaming and she's crying and she's clawing away with her weird, long, bone white arms that end in hands with elongated fingers as she's pushing you away.
And
I also jump and give her a hug. Because I'm a big guy. I go to rage and I give her a hug. This is how we
Quill,
take
you
down
wanna-
generational trauma.
I said, say the cool group hug. Come on.
I gently touch her shoulder.
She jumps at the contact.
So your family line is an interesting thing. And I will recount for her the family lineage that goes back to the stories of one of her ancestors who apparently had the ability to change into this creature like she does.
Roll either persuasion or deception.
You might think you're the monster, but really your father is the monster.
Do you say that in character?
Yeah.
You can.
That's
If you make a persuasion check, you can roll that at advantage.
Both mine are 15.
17.
With a 15 for Quill, she begins to cry, but she doesn't sob as she listens to you, and you feel her kind of start to relax. And you can see as she begins to relax, the pelts on her back begin to shrink and soften as they begin to get pulled into her body again. Her arms start to shorten, her fingers start to shorten, and you can see that they still stay bone white, but they're transforming back into more humanoid uh, fucking, now is the great time for my brain to fart out.
Humanoid appendages.
Yeah, that thing. Silhouette was the one I was gonna go for too. Um, you can see that her face begins to turn back slowly, almost as if she's fighting the transformation itself. But it starts to revert back into a jawline. And Quill, you realize that this jawline is very familiar because it's your jawline.
She's doing the thing!
Calm down, Mordau, and give me the letter.
Alright, just because I'm hugging her, I'll give you the letter.
Hey, read this. We found it in your father's secret room. Your mother wrote it to you.
She takes the letter and blinks away a few tears. And as her face changes from that grotesque monster into a countenance that slightly resembles yours, Quill, as she begins to read, it softens and it goes back into the portrait that you had seen, to what her face was when you first met her. Still bone white, her eyes are still blue, but her hair is white and it's longer now as it covers her naked form as Mordau is holding her. And as she reads, she finishes the letter with a choked sob as she clutches it to her chest, and she begins to wail.
Hey. You know the funny thing about witches, when they try and curse you, if you already can shapeshift, curses can't stick. She tried to change you into something you weren't, but you can change into whatever you want. Her curse can't beat your blood, your mother's blood.
Who are you calling the witch?
Wait. No, because whenever she was born, she imitates the mom. So that's why she imitated her.
She said that the witch turned her into this.
No, the devil brought her into the
The devil.
forest.
The devil.
And the devil left her, which I think the devil's going to have the books that we're looking for.
So, sorry, not witch, the devil.
The devil. Good. Good, because now you're unlocking lore. She looks at you with kindness in her eyes now, and she says, "The devil didn't turn me into this. She found me as I was turning, and she brought me here, and she said that I would be safe here, that no one would find me, and that she would come back for me."
I don't think she was going to. I think she just did it. She brought you here so the story never ended.
What story?
The story I was telling you about your family, about your lineage, it has a repeating pattern in the bloodline. But that's why you are going to break it.
Oh, God.
You're going to be free.
Yeah, your family tree doesn't really branch out very much.
It has branches, but it has a cycle where every so often it does a repeat.
I'm only repeating what the story is telling me.
Oh my God.
And I'm trying to soften the blow, asshole.
She needs to know that her father's a monster.
She knows!
Maybe she'll get angry and she'll help us kill him.
But, hey, inside that chest is a whole bunch of clothes. Your mom's. Take your pick. Maybe something that's not too ostentatious. We get you a cloak. We get you to town. We get you to your other kin.
A kin.
You have blood family. We met them earlier. We want you safe. And they can teach you how to control your changes. And
I-
as I reach over and I pull off the loot, I try and get the stuff out of it, and I can't
Mhm,
because it's all packed in there. So I just
mhm.
break the loot and I pull out this huge bundle as I unwrap it. Your mother's jewelry.
My mother. And she immediately begins to dig into this this loot, and she almost throws things aside as if they mean nothing to her, and eventually she reaches in and she pulls out a small locket, and she holds it in her hand, and she opens it, and she laughs, just a strained, almost out of disbelief. And if you look inside, you will see that it has a lock of stark white hair and a forget-me-not flower preserved inside of it.
Right now, you're seeing a bit of your mother in her true form. Your white hair instead of your dark hair, it's your true form. And whether you choose to let it stay this way or you choose to darken it again, it's still you. If we was anything other than what we are, we would have just taken the money and run. We came to get you. Came to get you safe.
She is still transfixed by what she sees in the locket, and with a sigh of relief, she closes it, and she takes the time to gently place all of the different pieces of jewelry back into Mordau's bandana, and she pushes it towards you, Quill, and she says, "I do not want this lineage. I do not want any reminders of my father and the monster that he became.
Then sell it. It's yours.
No, it's
Fine.
yours as payment."
All right, fine. We'll get you to the end. We'll get you set up with your kin. You give me a few days. I'll talk to somebody. We'll get all this stuff fenced. We'll get the money and we'll get you something so you're set up.
But you keep the picture of your mom. Hands back the locket.
She takes it and she smiles sadly at it. And she puts it around her neck and she says, "This wasn't my mother, but I'll keep it nonetheless. Thank you."
Your
Even a
mother, your mom, was as much a slave to your father as you've been.
Don't tell me that, because that will just make me want to make the bastard burn.
And someday you'll be ready to do it. 10 years from now, when he's sitting here ready to find another bride, when he's old and feeble, you could burn down his whole bloody house. You and your kin can avenge your mom, avenge you for all that you've been wronged, and you'll have all of your real blood with you.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna wait until the cycles balance this out. We're probably gonna go kill that king.
Well, first we gotta deal with Thorsten. He's the real itch in the pants.
Right, but I mean, if we kill a king, what's this guy? Who's he gonna whisper to?
I don't want to wait 10 years for my
Okay.
father to just hurt more people like me and my mother.
Yeah, yo, we'll fix this, but we gotta get you to your kin. Quill's right. You let us worry about the daddy stuff.
And someday, don't hate us too much for what we do to him.
No, I think she's gonna be fine. He's a monster.
I will. In fact, I might even ask to be there when you do it.
Adelaide, right now, that pain, it wants to see vengeance. But hope wants justice. You can. That's what matters.
Will you take me to them?
Aye. Come on. And I will take off my coat and I'll put it around her.
And she accepts it. And she, as she stands, she says, "Wait, one more thing. The devil, before she left, she gave me this." And she goes over to a tree stump that has a supply pack leaning up against it. And she rummages around in it for a moment and comes back to you, Quill, and extends a piece of folded paper to you. And she says,
You first.
she says, she said it was important, and that as long as I had this, I could count on her returning for me. And if it's important, I think you should have it.
I will attempt to read the letter.
Okay. You unfold the paper. It's not a letter, though. It is a print of sorts. And it is of a woman with dark brown hair sitting on a lavish wicker chair with fabrics that are painted to be like the starry sky draped over it. There are 5 stars around this figure's head with blank white squares in between each star. This figure has a necklace on a silver chain hanging on their chest, and the background is red and white stripes going around in a circle. You can also see, I think he's still paying attention when he's talking.
I'm listening.
Okay. You can also see the outlines of a banner towards the top of this picture, but whatever words were written there are scratched out.
I have a 16 for religion to see if there was anything in there that struck me.
You know that this isn't necessarily... Actually, no. Not even necessarily. This is no religious context. This has nothing to do with any religion that you have ever heard of or you have ever read about.
That devil was telling her what her next step was for the dress of stars or whatever, because that was the third dress that the princess wore before she was queen.
Yeah, but the second dress was the moon.
The gold. With the gold. Oh yeah, the second one was the moon, which we are in moon light. I guess that's the second day of the 3-day festival or whatever. Whenever he saw the devil, did the devil have a book?
Run. Come on, run.
Are you saying that to Adelaide?
I'm saying to everybody.
Where are you running to?
The end.
Perfect. And with that, we are going to call session for this evening. We did a lot of work today, guys.
We did a lot of work.
We had a lot of buffoonery, and then once we got to those certain key moments,
it just kept going.
Just kept going.
Just kept going. But thank you for another wonderful session. We are going to be playing every 2 weeks, every other Sunday, here on Vibe Tribe at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. You can find most of us at other places on the Vibe Tribe, but I'm going to let each of the players sign off with where else you can find them. My name is Finn. I've been your dungeon deity for this adventure. You can find me every other Monday on Eric's game. He's over here. Eric's game of Gaia Chronicles, where I play Penny Land. You can also find Connor, who is still in sock puppet form, throughout many seasons on the Vibe Tribe, like A Walk Among Gods. You can find him in El Juego. You can also find him in Eric's game, where he plays Cypress, the Harangon. And turning it over to the players, Eric, where can we find you?
hey, what's up, Internet? My name's Eric. You can find me here on Vibe Tribe Season 3 on Monday nights, every other Monday, DMing Gaia Chronicles, which is an anime and JRPG-inspired game. If you're a fan of Square Enix, you probably kind of got the idea of what's going on. I have another game that runs 3 Saturdays on, 1 Saturday off, which is set in the world of The Witcher. And you can message me privately about where to find that game. You can message me across all social media at Dungeon Master Eric. And that's, Facebook, Instagram, the Clock app. I don't do Snapchat, and I've deleted my Grindr, so,
You still have Tinder, though. If anything I've learned from this
I
session.
got rid of
Quill has Tinder.
Yeah. Quill has better luck on Tinder than I do.
Yeah. Quill's a bard.
Dan.
Quill has better luck everywhere.
Dan, I'm also on Gaia Chronicles as Norm Allman, unremarkable human artificer, just a regular guy. And yeah, that's it. Aside from here, and we're doing it every other week on Sundays and Mondays.
So I'm Maximus playing Kunda. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Perfect. Well, once again, thank you all for joining us for this installment of Between the Prose. We will see you next time. And remember to drink your water and stay awesome. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another Vibe Tribe production. What's going to happen next time? Well, you're going to have to tune in to find out. But until then, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, and as always, make sure that you keep the good times rolling. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.